friends, to the show that never ends. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
In the performance room. There's Josh Arnold.
Check.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Heck yeah, man.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick McGee, and here's the one, the only, the man in the pink hat. It's Tom Griswold.
Good morning.
What's up, buddy?
Just getting some stuff sorted out. Josh, that's a good color on you.
Thank you.
Nice red, kind of a flannel. Very, very nice.
Red on Fridays.
And Christy is wearing the shirt that looks like it was made of my Aunt Marg's old sofa.
Yep.
I love it.
One big doily.
Yeah, it's kind of that nudie suit look.
Yeah.
And by the way, the nudie suit, not naked.
No.
Like the pajama grand pajamas that are very hot. Oh, yeah, those are nice. No, the nudie suit is like a Nashville-based,
Yes.
right?
Company that made a lot of Porter Wagner was really
that kind
popular
of
for
stuff. They're
wearing
very,
them.
very cool.
A lot of rhinestones.
The Birds wore them for a while. Very cool.
You know those pajamas from Pajamagram?
Yeah.
Boy, did I get a lot of emails from very happy customers.
Oh, yeah?
They are so nice.
Sexy time.
I know this isn't a commercial, but boy, they are. Whew.
Yeah, we'll be talking about those coming up. Let's see now. We've got a lot of other things happening. Mr. Godwin on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's here now.
Oh, I thought he was.
And it's my understanding.
You don't want to be late, Pat. You might want to hit the road right now.
No, interesting enough, Pat, as you know, likes to rehearse, gets here very early. But Pat decided to rehearse driving this morning by driving in here, getting here, and then driving back home and then driving back. Am I correct?
Yeah, I had my girlfriend's keys by accident, so I had to drive them back. This is after falling on the ice last night with my son's backpack.
Oh, no, we joked about you falling yesterday.
I shouldn't have joked about it. Up in the air
karma.
and down on my back.
Oh.
Well,
Does this mean that she spent the night at your house? Ooh.
Well, I think her parents are listening.
Sinner!
It was date night.
now, does she put on the CPAP just to see what it's like?
No,
Or,
she asked a lot of questions about it.
I bet.
Like-
No,
Couldn't
if
get rid of
if
it.
you have a sleepover, do you put the CPAP on?
At the when she's finally going to sleep, yes, when it gets dark and
God,
the room is nice and cool and ready to sleep in.
Don't they have some new thing where you they put like a pacemaker in or something? So you
Yeah,
don't
it's something that gets inserted in the throat somehow.
Really?
Ooh,
Oh, wow, that
gosh.
sounds very
Then
exciting.
there's a teeth thing method.
Well, in any event, I'm glad that things are going well. I bring this up because Pat is on the road this weekend.
So dismissive, right?
I'm glad things are going well.
Well, I don't want Pat diagnosing some kind of insert in your throat. We need to get a
you brought it
medical
up.
professional. The Funny Farm in Youngstown, Ohio is where Pat will be ensconced tonight, and then a couple of shows tomorrow. So that'll be great.
You might want to see if the Funny Farm has a room for you.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because it's a
padded.
wonder what happened yesterday doesn't happen to you every day.
Yeah.
Like you forgot your keys and you fell on the ice. And
I had a good run.
I don't know how I don't know how you get to work every morning. I honestly don't.
I have
He
tags.
is out on his feet.
Yep.
After that fall, are you okay?
Yeah, I took it all in my elbow and nothing
good.
hurt my back.
The one that you had operated on?
No, the other one.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, everybody knows the elbow's the strongest part of the body.
There's
so.
tissue there to be
Okay.
reconnected. Now, we had a couple of unusual stories yesterday. Duke Tomato and the Power Trio were in, so we got a lot of music on the show.
That was fun.
Today, we're going to explore many things, but
Can't I believe in anything anymore?
What do you mean?
Well, evidently the DoorDash guy at the basketball game.
Was fake?
Oh, man, Tom. Well done. You called it.
as soon as that reeked of TikTok or internet stunt.
They did. It
Boy,
looked
it
great.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, it did.
I think the giveaway was apparently the kid was mic'd,
Oh.
What?
Yeah, he had a lavalier.
had a lavalier mic on.
Well, we couldn't see that from our vantage point.
So
of the video.
who set it up?
I'm not sure
And
they
who
know.
filmed it other than the ESPN?
I don't know if they know who did it yet, but it was everywhere yesterday. What we're
Yep.
talking about, do you want to explain what we're talking about?
At first, it looked like a harmless accident and an innocent mistake, but it turns out the DoorDash delivery person who stepped onto the court at UPMC Cooper Fieldhouse, Pittsburgh, Monday night, was actually part of a planned prank. I see this commotion with somebody trying to walk on the court, said Duquesne. Oh, well, yeah, we have this right
Somebody
here.
came on the floor
Yeah.
on the far side looking for an Uber Eats delivery or something there. Is carrying some McDonald's.
Oh, this has to be one of the all-time
I'm
greats.
actually not kidding.
No,
I
this
think,
is the
I
truth.
think that's what's happening.
This guy's in the corner. Looked like was he going to deliver the McDonald's to somebody on the court? Can we rule that out?
He's. I think that's an Uber Eats sticker. Is that what that is? I'm trying to get confirmation. Uber Eats, yes.
Well, it was a prank. I love the way that guy starts talking.
I do too. I like those guys.
Like he's a broadcaster, Tom.
No, but
what's going on here? What's happening?
I think it's pretty funny.
I thought they sounded pretty good.
For fans, coaches, and members of the crew, including the play-by-play guy, all very confused. But yes, it turns out it was a hoax, and we don't have any more information.
No, that's it?
Do you think it's an Uber Eats commercial?
That'd be a
No.
huge mistake.
No, they'd be in big trouble because they'd have the deep enough pockets to get a gigantic lawsuit.
That's
I
true.
think it's probably a TikTok video or
Duquesne University confirmed that it was a planned prank. A YouTube video was posted Tuesday morning with behind-the-scenes footage of how it was filmed.
God. That's a bad
there.
precedent.
Well, the concern would be security.
Sure. How did that get past security?
Well, I would imagine if it's a student at one of the universities, they'll be taking a breather. A paid
I'd
leave.
like to spring off.
Yeah. I think.
Who put cherry bombs into the toilets? Who played the Uber Eats prank during the basketball game?
It was
Fat, drunk, and dumb.
It was convincing because the guy looked so dumb.
Right.
Yes.
Where do I take this?
Right.
He should win Best Supporting Actor.
It's good. Yeah.
He's up against Judd Hirsch.
Yeah, I know.
Fine actor.
Anybody. Anyway, speaking of Uber Eats, and something Josh and I are on board with here. This is from Lisa. She says, "Hello, everyone. My husband delivers DoorDash, and he wants the people he's delivering food to hide in the house. He doesn't want to meet anybody either, and he says it's weird when they're staring out the window at him.
It has to be.
So stop it."
I
So
always
there you
meet
go.
the guy at the end of the drive.
Just say hi. Thanks
Yeah.
a lot. Be pleasant.
Oh, no, it's not about that.
My
It's-
gate's kind of funky and it's hard to open, so I always watch for him so they don't have to worry about locking up. But
Everybody hear that?
Yeah.
it's the gate in my yard, not I don't have a gated
That sounds like
driveway.
a blues song. My gate's kind of funky.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna let you in.
I hit you, my gate.
Rusty. Oh, nice. That's even dirtier. I mean, pleasant.
Hit you
Mine
might get
isn't
along.
Rusty's. Thanks, Pat.
Mine's a shame thing. I am ashamed that I'm at home ordering food and not going out and getting it, and so I don't want to be seen.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I love the fact that there was a time when you would phone in orders and pretend that there was someone. Did you want an extra set of fries? Okay.
What's that, honey? Breadsticks, too. Well, if you say so.
Someone's hungry.
I'm sorry.
Hey, look.
She's pregnant.
You better make it 2 orders. She's
Padding your order.
And I believe we talked about this a couple of days ago. This is from Tim. Dear dim-witted D-bags.
my goodness.
A couple of days ago, you stumbled into a really funny, potentially new bit, and I want to hear more. A feature called Tom Griswold Grocery Store Heckler. I would definitely like to hear more of that.
There are so many channels out there with so much stuff that isn't quite good.
Stuff like the Uber Eats guy.
There's room for Tom Griswold's Grocery Store Heckler.
Absolutely.
Now, would it be through like a PA system?
Or would you be standing there?
I think you would just be wandering
I think you should just stand there.
You're all mic'd up.
You're not going to.
And your catchphrase
You're really
would
not
be-
going to get that, are you, ma'am? There's a reason you're on the scooter. It's because you're lingering in front of the bar.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get warmed up. I want to hear more.
Yeah, that'll last a long time if you talk like that.
Wear your lavalier mic right there, right before they go to the checkout
Yep.
lane. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Look at this guy. That could be your catchphrase. Get T-shirts. Look at this guy.
Oh, you weren't aware you had to pay.
What a surprise.
Is that really a check?
Digging through your purse, and the 20 people behind you rolling their eyes. Can you hear it? I love it. Okay, let's see now. Coming up in sports, you're going to.
Actually, we do have some sports happening. Frank Reich, coach of the Colts when last seen, is now coach of the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, really?
He's accepted the new
And I'm confused.
head coaching job.
Why are you confused?
Yeah,
Because
Tom and I put our heads together yesterday afternoon, and neither one of us could.
The Colts had to pay him what was it, $9 million a year for the next 4 or 5
He
years.
gets double pay?
$27 million. So I don't know if he signed a new contract, if that voids his old contract. I don't know.
Or do they split the fees? That's not my money, but I'm just curious.
Sometimes with players, they will. The teams involved.
I do know that there is no salary cap for the coaching staff.
And all the contracts are guaranteed for the coaches, I guess.
Well, then, if it's guaranteed.
Could we get that working here? I would really like that. A good gig.
As soon as we could find somebody over there to sign a contract, maybe that'd be the first step.
Let's see now. We have a number of other things coming up today, including an interesting thing about body hair.
Oh, yeah?
And
you didn't say it right. Body hair.
Yeah.
And about evolution and body hair. And how these discoveries of genetic issues with body hair may lead to gene therapy that could grow hair on top of my head and your head, Josh.
Wow. All right.
Probably not within our lifetime, but maybe,
that's all
maybe
right.
one of these days we'll hear about
I'm
that.
at peace with it.
And a fascinating thing, speaking of hairy critters, about apes and gestures that apes do that humans may do the same things. It's really interesting.
There was a video, stray video I saw last week of a bear waving from a shore or something. I mean, it looked, he was sitting on his bottom. He had both paws, front paws on his feet, and he was doing the rocking back and forth. And then somebody was videoing him. He goes, "Hey, bear." And the bear took one hand up and waved at him. It's crazy. I swear. It's on a video.
This is a little more sophisticated than that, but we'll find out what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Right now, I want to remind you that, let's just do, I know it's early, we're doing a quiz here. Christy Lee, what is your sleep number setting?
40.
That means what?
Means it's so soft and wonderful, and I sleep like a baby.
Yeah, but then Chick McGee...
I don't like it when we do the sleep number so early because I want to go back to
I know.
Unbelievable.
Your sleep number setting is what?
100. I like that firm mattress, Tom. And the sleep number mattress stays firm. It don't sag.
It doesn't.
And the Sleep Number beds last longer than so-called conventional beds. And Sleep Number's got something really cool going on. Well, let me just give you the real quick big picture on the Sleep Number bed. Each side has its own setting, and you can adjust it at the touch of a button. So when you get home, it's like having 40 mattresses, except there's just the one. Otherwise, it'd be
It's nothing.
a lot of heavy lifting and take up most of the space in your house, probably.
One thing we want to drive home is it's like having 40 mattresses.
Well, it is. Except it's like
No, it's not.
Well, yes, it is like having 40 mattresses because each one has its own setting. Never mind. The average person listening gets it. I think at this point.
Hey, Bear, how you doing?
Choose proven quality sleep. See, that's the thing. The whole 3 bears thing. If the bear would have gone in there and said, "Wait a second, this is too firm for me," bzzzt, that's just right. Kind of ruins the whole story. But
what would Goldilocks do?
They'd only need one bear or one bed.
Well, I guess they could still do the chair thing and the food.
Read
The sleep member people do not
I
make
think
porridge.
Goldilocks was just a bear groupie. I think she just
Let's
wanted
just move
to
forward.
sleep with a bear.
Here's the point. I love my Sleep Number bed. Choose
Chubby
proven
blonde. Okay, sorry.
Choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number because, well, right now I can tell you this for sure. This is their best offer ever. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed Queen. Now it's just $19.99. Special financing is available right now for a limited time. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments are required. Get the details at sleepnumber.com/BT show. That's sleepnumber.com/BT show. It's really important to get great sleep so you can have a great day the next day. I love my Sleep Number bed. Coming up, we have gorillas in the news, pasta news. I'm very excited about that.
A Dak Prescott update.
And Slim Jim's as a weapon. That's right. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Morning, I'm Mark Allison. I'm glad you need Bob and Tom 24/7. Thanks for joining us. It is Friday, January the 27th. Jeff Oskey on the way with the news we failed to mention. Hope you tuned in yesterday. Great live music from Duke Tomato and the Power Trio with the Bob and Tom horns. By the way, Duke's going to be appearing all over the Midwest coming up tonight at the Jazz Kitchen in Indianapolis, Indiana. Then Saturday, February 18th, the Delphi Opera House in Delphi, Indiana. Indiana. You can catch him at the Hard Rock Casino in Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Saturday, March 4th, then Saturday, March 18th, the Key Palace Theater in Red Key, Indiana. That's Duke Tomato and the Power Trio with the Bob and Tom horns. It was a great show. Loved hearing the live music with Duke and the boys. And, of course, we'll have them back at a later point later in 2023. Again, Jeff Oskey on the way with the news we failed to mention, and also Chick McGee with a look at sports coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A University of Michigan student is one of the world's foremost speed cubers, a person capable of quickly solving a Rubik's Cube. He's also an accomplished violinist. Stanley Chappell says the two fields go hand in hand. The violin is aided in his speed cubing success. The 21-year-old is the world champion in 2 categories of blindfolded speed cubing. You heard me. Factoring in the time it takes for him to review the cube before placing the blindfold over his eyes, Chappell can solve one in around 17 seconds. The junior majoring in violin performance intends to defend his titles later this year in South Korea. Of course, he attends the University of Michigan. Tom loves him. Public water agencies in California will be getting more water from the state because of the recent heavy rains. That's the good news. State officials on Thursday said public water agencies will be getting 30% of what they asked for. If that doesn't sound like a lot, they were only going to be getting 5% that state officials had announced just in December. A series of powerful storms dumped an estimated 32 trillion gallons of water on California in just the last 3 weeks. The deluge has helped replenish the state's reservoirs that had been at dangerously low levels. State officials warn dry conditions could return. Still 2 months left in the state of California's rainy season. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach, so I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
One of my Instagram follows is called History Photographed, and yesterday they had pictures of Hitler and Stalin when they were like 11, 12 years old. It was creepy, but
Together?
It was interesting. No, they weren't together. They were together.
They were at the most hateful summer camp ever.
Start with the canoes upside down. No.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin, honey. The cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin, honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nut and Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nut and Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nut and Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Pat fall down, go boom yesterday.
Oh, boy, did I ever.
And I think he's okay.
I am okay.
Okay. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. I was punting when I was a kid.
Yes.
Me and a buddy were punting in the street.
Yeah?
And it had just rained, and I really tried to kick one hard, and I flipped and landed on my back.
Oh, man.
Put your foot in the air. Oh, man. And then you go.
Oh, yeah. You got the
Breath
wind knocked out of you?
Wind knocked out of me. It was very hot. I was lucky to be
That's
alive.
an awful feeling.
There's Ace Cosby.
And Tom?
Yes, sir.
We need to know, whose shoes are you wearing today?
Oh, yeah. Whose shoes?
I am wearing my own shoes today.
Okay.
So you washed your
Whose underwear?
I'm wearing my own underwear. Once again, I'm not living in my own house. I can't seem to find much of anything.
This is not my beautiful house.
I had to wear someone else's shoes yesterday. Long story. Weather related.
Have you ever worn anyone else's underwear, either male or female?
I don't think so.
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. When
Trade with
my
your brothers?
I might have grabbed the wrong.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
We had different taste than underwear.
You did?
Yeah.
I would guess that they're.
I went through a very heavy boxer period when I was younger, and now I'm strictly black briefs.
Wow. Keep the boys snug.
Okay.
They breathe.
Okay.
What are you sporting today?
I would guess they're normal, is why. No, I have my boxer briefs.
Okay. What color?
Black. I think. Yeah. And they're not wool today. I grabbed an old pair.
Oh, yeah, today you need the wool ones.
Yeah, it's dark. I almost wore my long underwear.
Oh.
I like the long underwear. Very warm.
Could we move on?
You want to get a pair of long underwear with me?
No, thanks.
Okay.
Come on.
Let's move forward. Yesterday, we had a lot of fun. Duke Tomato and the Power Trio and the Brass to Mouth Horns. We're going to take them on the road. We're going to be doing the show on the opening day of the baseball season in Cincinnati. We'll have the band there, and it's an annual event, and we always get a great crowd.
That's a fun
We hope to see you at the casino. We'll give you some details on that. It's just around the corner, though. It's hard to believe the football season winding down, the baseball season getting ready to wind up. But we turn to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Pitchers and catchers reports. Pretty soon.
Next week, I think.
Oh,
I think so. NFL news. Carolina Panthers have hired Frank Reich as their new head coach following an extensive search. The 61-year-old Reich joins the Panthers after spending the past 4 years with the Indianapolis Colts. He went 40-33-1 as head coach there before being fired on November 7th. The Colts went to the playoffs twice as a wild card team under Reich. And for Reich, yes, the hire represents a return to Carolina. Coach Reich owns a home there. His daughter works for the Panthers, and his brother works at a university down the road.
Isn't this tidy?
He spent one season as the team's quarterback and, started the franchise's very first game back in 1995.
That's not true.
And he quarterbacked three games.
That's all true. That's cool. I mean,
or number 14.
He's a real nice guy, so I wish him the best.
Guy.
I'm just a little confused because the Colts were supposed to pay him $9 million a year, for the next 4 or 5 years, right?
Maybe.
Do they have to still pay him?
Yeah.
I think so.
Really? I thought new contracts typically bought out old contracts.
I don't know.
It depends on how they're negotiating.
That happened. Yeah, that's exactly right. It happens sometimes. I know when the Washington football team wisely picked up Carson Wentz, they picked all $24 million of his contract up. Sometimes both teams involved share in that cost.
Will Frank bring Carson Wentz back to?
I don't think so. I don't know. They need a quarterback, but they're pointing toward the draft. The Panthers almost made the playoffs. If they'd beaten Grandpa and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they would have gone to the playoffs, Tom. Did you know that?
Yeah. Well, no. So we'll see. I'll be kind of curious as if they only announce how the money is being spread out with this thing. But good for Frank.
Yeah, that's cool.
From Melbourne, Australia, Stefanos Tissy Pass has reached the final of the Australian Open for the first time, beating, I'm sorry, America, Karen Kokanoff has lost. 7-6, 6-4, 6-7, 6-3. The number 3 seed going into the tournament, Sissy Titty Papa, had been 0-3 in the semifinals until Friday. Now the 24-year-old from Greece takes a step up, and he could be soon ranked the number 1 player in the world.
Holy cow.
The Joker also won, Djokovic. We'll see what happens.
His dad posing with Putin.
Any player might doing future sports. Maybe Tommy Paul. I don't know. What day is it in Australia? Quick. What time is it?
It's February 4th.
Yeah, I think it is 3 or 4 days ahead. That's exactly right. And sad news from the sports world. Longtime broadcaster, of course, with the NCAA Final Four. And also, he broadcast, I think, the putt-putt golf tournament.
Yes.
He was a commentator on that.
Billy Packer, yeah.
Billy Packer, an Emmy Award-winning college basketball player, covered 34 Final Fours, NBC and CBS. He passed away at 82. His son, Mark, shared that his father finally succumbed to kidney failure. His broadcasting career coincided with the growth of college basketball. He covered the last game in John Wooden's championship career. So there you go. How about that?
And you are correct. He did, in fact, do the putt-putt tournament.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that might have been one of the first syndicated shows ever. I remember seeing that at odd times in hotel rooms across America. It's time for the Professional Putters Tour. And there's Billy Packer. I don't think Billy ever dawned on him that people would hear him doing those tournaments, or the putt-putt tournament instead of the NCAA tournament. You know? I don't think that would be very complimentary for his career.
Sure.
He doesn't want to be remembered for that, you're saying?
I'm sure he would. It was fun.
It's putt-putt.
But it was putt-putt.
Yeah, but it's putt-putt at a very high level, and they wanted to have someone who's a distinguished announcer with a certain amount of gravitas. There's a reason they didn't ask you. Well, I missed the last guy. I was getting a hot dog. What happened?
You found my dirty secret. I've always wanted to comment on putt-putt.
Have you ever done play-by-play of any kind?
Yeah.
It is really,
football
really difficult.
And basketball. I did play-by-play for 2 games, and I did not care for it.
It's very tough to do well.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy I did it with, he was great.
Have you ever done it, Josh?
No. There are some people, I don't know how they do it. You ever heard of race, like a race car? Like if you listen to Indy or...
Sure.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's so fast.
We have some friends that do it. It's a very different skill than, say, this. And I use the word skill when I refer to this. Ironically.
A little fast and loose with that word, huh?
One of those broadcasters, it might have been Marty Glickman. I don't know, but they came up with the terms top of the key and all that.
In the paint?
In the paint, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love the terminology.
I always wanted to try hockey. That's one of the fastest ones.
You know, not too long, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, I remember Joe Buck got into the hockey studio, and he was announcing, and he goes, "Man, this is not easy."
And first, would you say the names? Yeah. I was going to say, would you say the names are tend to be the most difficult? A lot of Eastern European, Russian.
Yeah, but they get, once they get those down and they have them spelled out phonetically in front of them and stuff like that, then it's just the speed of the game, and it's really about what not to talk about. Because, you get lost on one play, the next thing you know, 4 plays have already happened. So sometimes you just have to not mention certain things.
And it's different on radio and TV, especially for hockey.
Yeah, for sure.
You mean because you can't see it and all?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that would make a difference.
Very, very different.
Ace is right. It seems like an obvious point, but what?
I know he's right.
Ace,
yes,
will you do me a favor, solid, if you will?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'll give you $20 if you take the sticker off your hat on the other side of the bill. Please.
Oh, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Oh, my God.
This is what
you know what you do with that $20?
Ace has a head of he's got the head of a Ted Kaczynski hair. He hides it under that.
When was your last haircut?
A couple years.
He likes something that the ladies can get a hold of.
He cuts his own hair, remember?
Why not?
Of course you do.
Don't you, Ace?
Save a buck, right?
I do too.
Do you use scissors or like a Flowbee?
I have what's called ball.
Yeah,
Wall.
Yeah.
Wall. W-A-H-L. Wall.
So do you stand in front of a mirror and...
Yes.
Really?
Well, they have a contraption that you wear a mirror around your neck.
Really?
So you stand, and the bathroom mirror is behind you, and the mirror on your chest, if you will. You can.
They have one of those?
Oh, for the back part?
Yeah.
So it's like a harmonica holder?
Oh, my
Yeah, a
mom
little
needs
bit.
one of those.
A little bit.
Can I get that on?
Wow.
Does she cut her own hair?
No, but she fluffs her hair up in the back, and she can't see the back of her head, and she's always complaining about it. That'd be great.
These are problems I don't have. Let's just move on. Elsewhere in sports.
You still pay full price for a haircut, don't you?
Good question. Do you get a discount?
Do you have Phantom Bang Flip?
I bet you do. You know, like when you get your arm cut off, you have a phantom.
You know, I really enjoyed Christy's question.
Yes,
I did too.
It is a fair question. I was never I didn't really have bangs for much of my life.
Oh, okay.
Even when I had plenty of hair, I was not the bangs type.
Who did was it Hedberg or Geechee Guy or somebody else who did the joke? They cut off my telephone, but sometimes I still have phantom pains, and it's there.
It's Geechee, I believe.
Is it
It's on one of the CDs.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's a good joke.
But Ace, that's tricky. It's my understanding that Keith Richards, the great guitarist and Rolling Stone, apparently.
Oh, that Keith Richards
cuts his own hair.
Yeah, well, have you seen
How
it?
old is he now?
I believe that.
He's good. I hope he lives. I just hope he lives forever. That's all I can say. He's got by the way, great book. If you ever get a chance, that's one of the better rock.
One of the better ghost-written
autobiographies.
I'm sure he wrote every word.
Just put whatever you want.
You can say that.
Now, you've met Keith, right?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah.
Didn't you spill coffee on him?
Yeah, right before a show at the Tower Theater in Philly.
See, you're a menace.
But this is how rock and roll Keith was. He didn't care.
No, very cool.
Yeah.
He had a pirate shirt on, and he went on with the spot on his shirt.
Hey, screw it.
I can't go on my pirate shirt. Where's my pirate shirt? You think there's a guy in charge of Keith Richards' pirate shirt? I bet there is.
I think he's a pretty cool guy.
I've heard nothing but
Very
cool
laid back and cool, yeah.
You know what you are? You're an ass kisser. What you are.
I don't know Keith. I'm just saying I know people that know him, and
But it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that he could be difficult at times.
Well,
He's
sure,
Keith
at times.
Richards.
Well, everyone's
I have a
difficult
friend
at
that
times.
That's not true.
I have a friend that is in those circles, and he has worked with Keith many times, and he says nothing but great things about him.
One of our favorite comedians, Larry Miller, and great character actor, was in LAX. He was telling a story, and he was on one of those body movers.
Sure.
You know, like in the beginning of The Graduate, he's on those. And,
Oh, yeah.
So he was going one way, and he looked over. It said it was like at 2 a.m., and Keith Richards is coming the other way on the other body mover.
Right.
And it's like they're the only two in that little terminal area. And Larry was like, I'm not going to bother him. But as they passed, Keith looked at Larry and went, hey, how you doing? He said hi. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know with people that are famous, but unless you know someone that works with them, and then you can get a real beat on what they're like. And he is, by all accounts, a great guy.
Well, you know this, Tom. It's not easy being famous. I mean...
It isn't. They get bothered a lot.
By most accounts, I am a real treat to meet out in public.
Is that right?
You're very nice to everybody.
You're just an angel.
Well, it's because you're really nice.
Yeah, there's the typical Josh greeting, and someone comes up and says, "Hey, nice to see you. Would you mind pulling your pants up? Well, you have children here."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm very polite about
And everything's working
stopping my public masturbation.
I wanted to project this
Public.
that I'm a real jerk. So when people meet me and I'm even reasonably nice, they think, "Hey, he's not an ass at all." That's what I do, Tom. I learned how to deal with people while watching you. I act like I'm preoccupied a lot.
I'm just extraordinarily polite.
I never just say hi.
You're the one that won't meet the DoorDash guy because you don't.
Josh does the same thing.
I do too.
I bet you, put the poll up, I bet you 90% of people don't. That's the best thing. You said that yesterday, out of the pandemic, that you can leave food on your porch and you don't have to talk to anybody. It's the greatest thing ever.
I think it's nice to be able to thank people for helping you out and doing a nice job.
I thank them in the form of dollars.
That's right. I always tip extra, as far as you know.
Okay,
I overtip, but I like overtipping. They're working hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not. So again, it's a shame.
More sports coming up, including we're going to travel to Argentina, where their number one language is Spanish.
All right.
Spanish.
We have ants in the news, not
not in your pants.
Not
not the humankind that are married to uncles, but the
sisters.
No, the Emmet, if you will.
And the ants are involved in some interesting medical stuff. We have Slim Jim news. We have.
I used to really like Slim Jims. I got away from them.
Really?
If I bought a Slim Jim, would everybody like a bite off of it?
Why not buy a box? We can each have one.
Well, I'm trying to be more like Ace.
Oh, you're trying to
because
watch
Ace,
your money?
Ace and I are the exact same as far as money goes, only I'm the exact opposite. And I could use a little bit of your frugality.
Can I get my 20 and 2 10s?
Yeah, I'll have a boy go get it.
Right now, I want to remind you that as boring as this discussion is, it would be a little bit more interesting if you could hear it properly on your Raycon earbuds, because they are the best, but they're, wait a minute, they're half the price and they're twice as good. Tell me more about the Raycons.
Half the price and twice as good. And in 2023, that's the year we're in, yeah. Earbuds are going to be even more indispensable. That's where Raycons come in. They sound better than ever. Optimized gel tips fit every ear ever made. They will not come out of your ear either. And Raycons, 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and of course they're priced just right. You get quality audio at about half the price of other premium audio brands, and of course you can buy Raycons as a gift and get a pair for yourself. And they also have 3 customizable sound profiles depending on what you're listening to. Plus, Raycons everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today. Show us some love and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Score 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, we have body hair in the news and more interesting stuff in the world of sports. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Listen in the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
I got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, "Say it to my face." And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called Oh No You Didn't. Well, it's hard to spell it on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep.
So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, "Oh no, you didn't!"
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, you are, and thanks so much for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. News we failed to mention on deck with Jeff Oskey, our staff member as well as a great stand-up comedian. As a matter of fact, Jeff's going to be out on the road coming up Saturday, February 11th at Simplicity Furniture Shop in Evansville, Indiana. He's not alone. He'll be with Pat Godwin. That's right, Patty G and Jeff Oskey together, and that is in Evansville, Indiana. Mark your calendar, Saturday, February 11th, Simplicity Furniture Shop. Get your tickets through patgodwin.com or check out Jeff Oskey's Instagram at Jeff Oskey on Instagram. All right, now we're all set, and we're so glad you joined us here on a Friday morning. More coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom news update. The National Archives has asked former presidents and vice presidents to recheck all of their personal records just in case they might have a classified document or two lying around. This follows news that President Joe Biden and former Vice President Mike Pence had documents in their possession after they left office. Thursday, representatives of all former presidents and vice presidents were notified by the U.S. government that they must comply with the President Records Act, which states that any records created or received by the president are the property of the U.S. government and will be managed by the archives at the end of said administration. Hong Kong will ban CBD starting Wednesday, labeling it a dangerous drug. CBD, derived from the cannabis plant, was previously legal in Hong Kong, where bars and shops sold products containing it. But last year, Hong Kong authorities decided to prohibit its use. Custom authorities announced Friday the ban would go into effect starting February 1st. CBD is one of many chemicals found in cannabis. Of course, the plant known commonly as marijuana. Unlike its cousin THC, CBD does not get users high. And Egypt has unveiled dozens of new archaeological discoveries just outside of the capital, Cairo. The excavation team announced that items lay beneath an ancient stone enclosure within an necropolis and date back to the 5th and 6th dynasties of Egypt's ancient Old Kingdom. The antiquities were unearthed during a year-long excavation. One of the uncovered tombs belonged to a priest from the 5th dynasty, while the other larger tomb belonged to an officer, once known as the Pharaoh's Keeper of the Secrets. Other major findings from the excavation include a sarcophagus, statues, and amulets. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Hello, Americans. It's that time of year again. You received your tax forms in the mail, and now it's time to settle up with the IRS. When it comes to tax preparation, well, listen to this.
Honey, we got our tax forms.
Are you going to try to do it yourself again this year?
I don't know. It's such a pain in the butt.
Taxes can be a pain in the butt. That's why you should let the specialists at Tax Preparation H Incorporated do your taxes for you. Tax Preparation H Incorporated relieves the pain often associated with filing your taxes. And Tax Preparation H Incorporated can reduce those piles of paperwork to one small form that you simply have to sign and file.
Did you go to Tax Preparation H Incorporated?
I sure did.
Do we owe much?
Yep. Oh, we really got reamed by the IRS. But I'll tell you, it doesn't hurt as much thanks to Tax Preparation H Incorporated.
Tax Preparation H Incorporated. We're just itching to do your return. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Hey, and if you want, we'll even tell Uncle Sam to shove it up his...
Bob and Tom. Well-meaning, but...
Yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Willie on assignment. I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom, and I need to take care of some business with Ace.
Oh, do you owe him money?
Tom, would you like to cover what happened moments ago?
You told Ace that you would give him $20 if he would take the sticker off the bottom of the brim of his hat because it was bothering you.
Well, and how long had it been there?
Been there a couple of years.
Oh.
Wow, look at that.
Money in the form of a plane.
$20, cash money.
Paper airplane made of money.
Now you can get a haircut, Ace.
I heard they raised their prices in places I go to.
Oh.
Well, you just said you haven't had your hair cut at a professional place in 20
It's been years.
Yeah, okay.
So, yes, naturally, prices have gone down.
Have gone up, yeah.
Maybe you have a coupon that still says $10. Must honor.
See, this
Must honor.
I need this. I need this in my life. A little watching the bottom line.
Frugality?
Yes. Not cheapness, but,
Yeah.
Thrifty.
Yes.
Some would say responsible.
Thank you.
Some would say...
Yes, sadly, I'm laughing because that's actually a lot more accurate.
Some would say tight.
Now, let's move forward here in the world of sports. We have some interesting news, do we?
Let's see. A group of Argentinian farmers... I love this joke. No. A group of Argentinian farmers who are massive fans of football legend Lionel Messi, and it is Lionel, evidently, grew a giant portrait of the popular soccer player in their cornfields as a tribute.
Aww.
Lionel Messi has millions of fans all around the world and the World Cup under his arm, and nowhere is he more beloved than his home country of Argentina. Que pasa, the citizens would say, as Lionel would walk down the street. What's happening, of course, in their native Spanish, where most people
it's pretty cool.
See him as nothing less than the god of football, Tom. Do you have a picture of the?
Yeah, it's obviously an aerial photograph. It's kind of. I mean, you can tell who it is. It's done in. I'm not sure if it's soybeans or corn or what, but
he said corn.
Yeah. Okay. Corn. I was trying to look it up. I didn't have time to
listen.
Well, that's nice. I mean, did you see Brazil recently paid tribute to another great soccer player, the farmers there, by planting Pele in the ground?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes, they
kind of a farming tribute.
They certainly did.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Cornfield.
I think that's just about the line making fun of someone who's dead. I think Pele beloved by yeah, he's sweet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I killed him. I forgot.
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Over the years.
Shout out to Dak Prescott. Even his teammates are blaming him for Cowboys' loss in the playoffs recently, a couple weeks last week. But now everything's coming up Dak.
Oh, yeah?
He dropped his girlfriend, and he's got a new gal pal, Tom. She's a 20-year-old LSU swimmer named Jaden. All right, high five, Dak.
How about that?
It was just one day ago that Prescott publicly announced that he'd broken up with his girlfriend of 2 years, 25-year-old Natalie Buffett, Jimmy Buffett's granddaughter.
Isn't that something?
No. I saw a great joke about that.
What was that?
It said Dak Prescott and his girlfriend have broken up because she realized she was never going to get the ring. Or something, because he'll never get a Super Bowl ring.
That's pretty funny.
My great joke, you mean?
All right, never mind.
Her Instagram
I'm going to go back to being invisible.
Natalie's, the ex-girlfriend, still has pictures of her and
well, she's not giving up on him.
There you go.
Just because he's seeing somebody else.
It's something I care about at all, even in the slightest.
You know, we do this show for other people.
You know what, Tom?
Who cares about Dak Prescott's girlfriend?
If you started dating a 20-year-old college swimmer,
LSU
we would
swimmer,
be celebrating you, and that's all we would talk about.
I'd want to hear all about it.
Yeah, typical.
That's on brand, right, buddy? Yeah. High five right here. And in case you missed it, this from Duquesne University, it all looked like a harmless accident and an innocent mistake. But as it turns out, the DoorDash delivery person on the basketball court from yesterday's Everywhere, if you watched the sports program, it was on. He stepped onto the field at UPMC Cooper Fieldhouse Monday night, actually part of a planned prank.
Wow.
And
well done, fellas.
Play-by-play and the color guy was also. Yep, fans, coaches, and members of the broadcast crew were taken in, and Duquesne University confirmed to reporters that yes, this was a planned prank, and also there's YouTube video available of the group behind the scenes footage getting set to send the guy out onto the court, I guess. And I didn't know that the guy had a lavalier mic.
Yeah, the guy was mic'd. That's what kind of gave it away. Obviously, when they published the video showing the behind the scenes, if there's students there, I'm sure they're all going to get suspended, I would think.
For that?
They walked on the court in the middle of a game, and they walked on the court when the game was actually on. It wasn't just during a free throw or something. It
looked at one point like he was trying to give the DoorDash to someone who was playing, or the Uber Dash, or whatever it was. Yeah. That was the interesting part. Yeah.
Pretty funny, but now, will there be an imitator?
Oh, I hope so. Oh, gosh.
I don't think it can happen at a pro game because there's police, Citric City courtside.
And when this happens in NFL games, usually the perp finds out what it's like being tackled by a linebacker who's nothing but muscle.
Whatever football player decides to tackle him is hailed by fans. Yeah, get him, kill him. Yeah.
Didn't one of those guys end up suing the football player that tackled him or something?
Yeah, and the team and the stadium.
Oh, that's right. And he was barely even tackled. That guy wasn't nearly as hurt as some of the other people.
Coming up, more sports, including let's go to the movies.
Yay!
In sports.
Okay, and when we come back, now remind me when we come back, I have this obscure request, digging around, found it. It involves Chick McGee at an airport a few years ago during a specific time in the world of basketball, and it's quite interesting, and we'll get that. We'll get to that.
It has to do with a sports story that just happened yesterday, right?
Yeah, we'll find out about it.
Okay.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
No. I was going to do my first time I saw you. It's about a date that I had that went horribly awry.
Like most of them.
This one's a little bit of a ballad, a little bit of a tearjerker.
All right.
So here we go. I remember the things. See, I don't even remember.
Ironic. That would be the lyric.
I remember the first time I saw you. I went to your doorstep and rang the bell. Your parents told me your dog's name was Henry, and I laughed and said, hey, that's my name as well. And I remember your face as you came down the stairway with your ebony hair and your deep hazel eyes. At the sight of your beauty, I started to quiver, and I just couldn't think of the right things to say. And my hands started shaking, my heart palpitating, my palms started sweating, and then I ran out of breath, and then I fell on the floor, and then I started to vomit, and I lost all control of my bodily functions. And you went to the kitchen so you could get paper towels to clean up the mess I just made on your floor. But by that time, I'd already emptied my bowels, and it just didn't seem to give a damn anymore. So I took off my pants and started attacking your doggy, and your parents threatened to call the police. So I yanked out their phone cord, and I closed all the curtains and said, don't move or nobody leaves here alive. Remember landlines, everybody?
Yeah. I was just thinking that,
This is very nostalgic. You guys remember all of this stuff happening.
Maybe with lamp cord.
Back in our younger days. So here I am in this cold, lonely jail cell, thinking of you and the times that we had. And I know that you're laughing about the whole misunderstanding, and I just get that same old feeling again. My hands start to shake, and my heart starts to beat, and my palms start to sweat, and then I run out of breath, and I fall on the floor, and I start to vomit, and I lose all control of mine. This is where everybody in the audience usually sings along.
Oh, we can do it.
Bodily functions.
Henry Phillips.
Yes.
First time.
That's my Hotel California right there.
Yeah.
The alarm goes off, and there's Chick McGee updating you on the latest in the world of sports. Remember, the NFL playoffs coming up this weekend, and Chick has those on his Instagram. You can find out what his shoe-in picks of the week. Who is Chick taking in the NFL playoffs? The two winners head on to the Super Bowl in Kostaki, Economopolis, and Willie Griswold will be out there covering it for the Bob and Tom Show live from Phoenix, and they will be tired because Phoenix is in the western part of the world. For us in the time zone area, that means they're going to have to get up early, or maybe they'll just call in late in the show, or maybe they'll tape it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. The Carolina Panthers have hired Frank Reich as their new head coach following an extensive search. Reich is 61, joins the Panthers after spending the past 4+ seasons with the Colts. He went 40-33-1 as their head coach before being fired on November 7th. The Colts went to the playoffs twice as a wildcard team under Reich. And for Reich, the hire represents a return to Carolina, where he spent one season as the team's quarterback and started the Panthers' very first game in 1995. Billy Packer, an Emmy Award-winning college basketball broadcaster who covered 34 Final Fours for NBC and CBS, has passed away at the age of 82. Packer's son, Mark, told the Associated Press last night that his father has been hospitalized for the past 3 weeks and had several medical issues and ultimately succumbed to kidney failure. NBA winners last night: Charlotte, Detroit, Cleveland, Dallas, and the Clippers win in regulation. The Knicks in overtime, beating the Celtics. Top 25 college basketball: number 1, Purdue beat Michigan. Number 6, Arizona over Washington State. USC upsetting number 8, UCLA. And number 21, Florida Atlantic beating Middle Tennessee. NHL last night in regulation: Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Nashville, Chicago, Arizona, and Anaheim get wins. Washington wins in a shootout over Pittsburgh. And Detroit and Minnesota get wins in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
His name is Apollo Johnson, and he's America's #1 astronaut. But he's also a well-endowed ladies' man. Monumental Pictures proudly presents Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo, your rocket is so big. Ugh.
Adult film star Dick Mahogany in his first starring role since Shaft's Lethal Weapon is astronaut Apollo Johnson. And when he's not orbiting the Earth, he's going around the world. Apollo Johnson. He's not just an astronaut. He's a charter member of the 100,000 Mile High Club. And believe me, there's nothing weightless about Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo. Now I know why they call it the Johnson Space Center.
He's Apollo Johnson, and not even the shuttle can hold all of his cargo. Look at that load. Apollo 13 and a half from Monumental Pictures, rated PG-13 and a half.
Oh, boy.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Corner.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hi. There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We had an odd story yesterday. Christy dug it up about the TV show The View.
Oh, yeah, the Whoopi Goldberg fart thing. Well, they're blaming it on Whoopi, but who knows what exactly happened.
Can you have the background again?
Yeah, on Wednesday's show, the ladies were sitting around. They were talking about, actually, one of the girls was doing a story on the classified documents of Mike Pence. And I don't know if something was spilled on the desk or what happened, but there was a break, and all of a sudden you heard what sounded like a fart noise.
Here we go. Here's the audio.
It's been reported, but we don't know the specifics. But just real quick, I was... we had a little spillage on the other side of the
Okay, they're all talking at the same time.
So you don't know what's going on, but
okay,
I heard a noise.
You hate when shows do that.
Yeah, we
yammering.
I can't believe that they do that. Yeah, I know.
Here it is. Here it comes.
It's been reported, but we don't know the specifics. But just...
That's it. So now, Pat, you have a tribute to this?
Whoopi's fine, has funny lines most of the time. She's all laid back. Oh, the view it grows, even though the show blows. But don't you know, Whoopi's got an active butt crack. She's a Manhattan girl, born and raised, has an Oscar in the praise. All awards for her art. But even though they called her Whoopee Cushion, she denies that she delivered that fart. I didn't toot. I swear I didn't taint the air. That sound you heard was not my ass. It was the chair. But it's leaving us smelly still. Thank you very much.
What a touching tribute to Neil Diamond. Thank you.
Just lovely.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We have a request.
All right, sir.
This is a nice letter from Leroy. He writes, heard you guys talking yesterday about the gas sounds on The View. It reminded me of the leaked audio several years ago when Paula Abdul ripped one during a recording session for a radio spot. I do remember.
I remember.
I don't.
Oh,
Wow.
you didn't hear this?
I don't know if I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know if we still have this. She was recording some promotional announcements for radio.
She admitted hers at least.
Right away. Yeah,
right.
Oops, did she? Yeah. Leroy would like to hear. This I haven't heard this in 20 years. This is Pickard and Bowden and something apparently associated with heavy flatulence.
All right.
It smelled pretty rank there in your shadow. When you let one rip right in my face. You were content to let me find out the hard way. One step behind your big old fat behind. But you never said, hey, pull my finger. And what in the hell'd you have to eat? Well, you'd knock the feathers off an eagle. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my sheets.
Pickard and Bowden. I forgot about that one.
I remember it. It's from the soundtrack to that movie Britches.
Oh, yeah.
Now, since we're going to be doing obscure stuff, this is a request that we want to give some background on this. This involved professional basketball, NBA basketball, and a situation in which Reggie Miller and Spike Lee were going back and forth.
There's a documentary out about it now called Winning Time.
Yeah.
Reggie Miller. It's really
I just watched it last year. It's great.
Yeah.
And Spike Lee, a distinguished film director.
And Knicks fan.
And the Knicks fan of all time. Spike Lee was actually flying in to watch the next game in that series between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. And we posted a couple of our people actually at the airport. And again, by special request, you'll see what happens. And this does have a stellar appearance by Chick McGee.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Spike Lee at courtside gives the choke sign to Reggie Miller. Suddenly, Reggie catches fire, has one of the greatest games in the history of the NBA. We have our own Chick McGee at the airport. Chick.
Spike's plane is unloading right now. Gentlemen, it's a carnival atmosphere here.
How many people are there, Chick?
There he is right here. Here he comes.
Okay.
With his Knicks hat on, and he's zipping right by us. Mark's running up to him with the chocolate shirt, and he's almost all the way out of the terminal already. So I have to run back and get my sports, and I'll describe to you as we're chasing Mr. Lee. We're at gate G8, and now we're at gate G7. And Mr. Lee is acting as if we don't exist. Okay. And let me think. I'm starting to get a little winded. Mr. Lee's a spry young man, and I can't really catch up with him right now. He's being interviewed by a pool of reporters, and now he's sticking with no comment. And I'm behind an officer of the law. The officer is armed. Mark now is looking at him. Spike is now finally acknowledging Mark's presence. We're having a little laugh about something, but I don't know what it is. Yes, boy. I tell you what.
I can hear big laughs there.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what it's about.
We're covering this like cheese on a pizza. We're all over this.
We are. Mark's up there right with him with the camera.
Thank God.
And I'm about 4 deep behind 3 police officers. And now he's trying to go get his bags. And I ran into the pillar. Well, see, that's the chance you take, being a reporter here live on the scene.
Thank you very much. By special request, that's such a great moment. And you didn't think you could do play-by-play. You did an excellent job there.
Well, yeah.
I just painted a picture. I could just see that whole
Just
thing.
don't tell me what I'm doing, and then I'm fine.
And what is the name of that documentary again?
Winning Time with Reggie Miller.
Yeah, it's very good, really fun.
Yeah.
We also have a letter here.
All right.
Real quick. Dear Bob and Tom Show, Tom mentioned this morning he thought Christy's sweater or shirt looked like his Aunt Marg's sofa.
Yeah.
I was thinking it looks more like Josh Arnold's shirt under his mattress. Oh, thanks.
Oh, wow.
Blotchy sort of
white staining, I guess.
Okay. Why don't we grab that and we'll see what's happening?
Yeah, let me grab that. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny.
Hey, Shooter, we just landed.
All right.
Yeah, hold your applause. We just landed 2 days ago.
Oh.
Why?
I know. I feel like I ran into a pillar. Let me bring up the speed. I've been trying to rack up some extra Sky Miles so I can achieve double platinum status on my backup account. So I took a simple tri-fly from MCO to MCO with a quick touch-and-go at ANC. And that's right, I'm stuck here in Anchorage, Alaska.
Whoa.
I know. It's weather. It's weather. No matter how many times they say mechanical, no doubt it's GD weather, all caps. And I was supposed to be in DFW like yesterday. I was going to be the keynote speaker at a webinar called No Doesn't Mean No, It Means Not Now. It was the top-ranked webinar in the sales world last year. But instead, I'm camped out near Bravo 4, and I feel like I'm being held hostage. It's gotten so bad that last night I posted a pic, me holding up a USA Today as proof that I'm still alive. I know. That's called a Bon Jovi. But now I'm the one living on a prayer. Good news is they opened up the Sky Club. Bad news is they open it up to everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, so now we've got Zone 4 mongrels setting up camp. They turned this place into Tijuana. I saw one use the Sky Mall mag to fashion a shank already. And what's worse, I can't follow NASDAQ because the only TV here has been on dog sled races for the last 2 days. And these unclaimed kids are using the only remote to play laser tag. And I'm pretty sure I heard a cockfight break out when I was on the phone with Tobic. It got so loud I had to take cover in one of those breastfeeding pods. I know. Hey, say what you want, but they have the best Wi-Fi in there. And it's gotten so bad that me and a few other million milers have set up a blanket fort in the main concourse. And this entire place is turning into shantytown. The good news, last night I got elected mayor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, landslide. But I'm about to go El Chapo on this popsicle stand, run a moped, and tunnel out of here. Bob and Tom, I better run. It looks like there's a fight breaking out of the last fresca. Okay, who let the sky hag in? No doubt she's a sky hag. I can tell by the way she's moving that smart card. I want her out of here now. Bob and Tom, I'll tell you for Phoenix. We just landed.
Good luck, Kenny.
Thank you, Kenny.
More sports coming up, including world record. Yes, sir.
All right. We have also coming up an interesting thing about a guy that made almost $1 billion as a young man in the world of software development, and he has decided that he wants to discover the fountain of youth. It's pretty amazing what this guy's doing and how it's working for him. We'll find out about that. If you'd like to live forever, you might want to talk to this guy. We're going to find out what's happening there. Also, an interesting lawsuit involving whiskey and Fireball. Have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, it's really fascinating. We'll find out about that coming up. Right now, I want to talk a little bit about food because it's always the season for great food, and HelloFresh has really turned up the heat on this one because they've got their new fast and fresh recipes, including the falafel bowls, Southwest pork and bean burritos, ready in just 15 minutes. How does HelloFresh work? It's pretty simple. They do all the shopping. They do all the measuring. You get the box with the fresh ingredients, and you're saving money because they're obviously buying the groceries in bulk. 25% less expensive than takeout, by the way. So this is a great time of the year to say we're going to eat well in 2023. Among other things, getting ready for the big game, well, they've got stuff so you can cook like a pro with snacks, appetizers, main dishes, and more at the HelloFresh Market. Available for a limited time. And by the way, right now, HelloFresh has their best offer ever. Sign up today for 22 free meals plus free shipping with the code BTShow22. That's HelloFresh.com/BTShow22. Whatever kind of food you're into, they've got it. More than 35 chef-curated recipes every week, from comfort food all the way down to vegan options. Get the idea by going to HelloFresh.com/BTShow22. Also, coming up, the state of Utah wants to move Halloween. I'm surprised it's even legal there. We'll find out soon. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Some great comedians out on the road this weekend, and you can catch them live on stage, including our own Pat Godwin. My gosh, look at that man with the guitar. The Funny Farm in Youngstown, Ohio, tonight and Saturday night, the 28th of January. PatGodwin.com for tickets and information. Greg Warren also on stage tonight at the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri. GregWarrenComedy.com for more on him. And we've got lots of other comedians and friends of the show that have shows coming up, and we'll keep you advised on when those are so you can get your tickets, especially if they're in your area. No excuse not to get out there and see some live comedy. It's a lot of fun. Go have a couple of drinks, hang out with your buddies, and laugh you the night away. We actually have gotten some email back. Josh Arnold's show up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So good, it could be used for an ab workout. That was an email we got. They laughed the whole time. So there you have it. Get out there and see some live comedy. Even if it's not one of our folks, there's a live comedy place around you. Go check them out. Give these young folks a chance to make you laugh.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Beck, Lady A, John Legend, and Leanne Rimes are among the acts who will pay tribute to the Beach Boys for a TV special. A Grammy salute to the Beach Boys also includes Fall Out Boy, Brandi Carlile, Norah Jones, Hanson, Little Big Town, Michael McDonald, Mumford & Sons, My Morning Jacket, on and on and on. Wow. And it's going to tape in Los Angeles February 8th, will air later this year. The man who wrote the lyrics for Elton John is now writing his life story. Lyricist Bernie Taupin will release a memoir called Scattershot on September 12th. It's described as a nonlinear narrative that highlights the characters, both famous and not, who inspired songs like Tiny Dancer, Candle in the Wind, and Benny and the Jets. And Vicki Lawrence, Julie Andrews, and Lily Tomlin are among the celebrities who will help Carol Burnett celebrate her 90th birthday with a TV special. Ellen DeGeneres, Laura Dern, Marissa Tomei. The list goes on and on and on. Carol Burnett, 90 Years of Laughter and Love will air on Burnett's birthday, April 26th on NBC. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say?
From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell.
We can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy? Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand in the phone.
We're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay,
go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump? I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
You don't want to say to a naked guy.
Wow, your boobs are bigger than mine.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. On November 15th, 1864, Major General William Tecumseh Sherman began his famous March to the Sea. Sherman led his troops from Atlanta, Georgia, to the ocean port of Savannah. As he was leaving, Sherman set the city on fire, gutting 40% of it. Atlanta wouldn't be burned this badly again until they gave their franchise tag to Michael Vick.
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, small.
Sure.
Thug downtown. It's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come over for dinner.
Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Willie Griswold will be along in a minute here. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. What we need is a palate cleanser, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, sometimes you just want to sit
Have some
back.
sorbet.
A little slice of ginger.
Yeah, there we go.
Orange slice.
Yeah. What that usually means on this show is, are the singers ready?
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Went out for sushi last night.
Oh, very nice.
And a guy, he spilled a whole bottle of soy sauce on himself, and the whole place laughed, except for me.
Yeah.
You don't Kiko man when he's down.
Yeah.
That's the brand, baby.
It's a brand, baby.
Ah, yes.
Thank you very much, Ace. We have Chick McGee across the way at the sports desk. Speaking of sports, I want to remind you.
Speaking of sport.
That the NFL playoff season, of course, is up and running, and we have Chick McGee's Shoe-In of the Week picks ready to review in a matter of moments. But the NFL playoff season is, of course, broadcast. Every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. That's right. Every postseason game coming up this weekend, of course. You can listen on the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Miss Alexa to kindly open Westwood One Sports. It's the NFL, and it is on Westwood One. Yes, Mr. McGee, you want to review those picks from yesterday?
Yeah, my double shock this week, San Francisco 49ers plus the 3 at Philadelphia. 49ers, Fred Warner in particular is an all-world linebacker, and he was covering C.D. Lamb last week. To a lot of success. So we'll see how the Eagles handle that. I don't think they're going to be able to.
And then, Willie, our house bettor, is in full disagreement with you.
He's taking the Eagles. And then I like Cincinnati. I got it at minus the 2. So that means Kansas City plus the 2. And now it's gone to Bengals plus 1. But I'm going to stick to my minus 2. Yeah, it has gone up and down in all different ways.
Okay, the classic shoo-in of the week from Chick McGee.
Starting at 3 o'clock Sunday on your favorite NFL channel.
And both games are Sunday.
Yes.
I'm just kind of surprised they didn't split it up. I wonder what the logic is. Do they get more views on?
I think people are conditioned to watch football on Sunday.
Well, it's Saturday night, too. I don't know what the logic is. I don't know if there is any logic. I think people will watch the NFL no matter what time it's on.
True.
Yeah, but I would think they would watch more. I'm just saying.
I agree, Tom.
Thank you for agreeing.
I don't know what the deal is. It sounds like a conspiracy or something. There's something going on.
Usually there are no dollars left on the table by the NFL, as you know. And I was just curious. And do you think this will be the last season where they play the championship games in one of the home stadiums?
No. They floated it out there, and no. They play all year for the home field. No.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
That was one of the rumors. Okay, back to you.
Stupid world record.
I got through it.
All interesting questions.
Judd Hirsch.
Yes.
And John Williams both set Guinness World Records after their most recent Oscar nominations. Music composer John Williams.
I bet I know his. I don't know Judd Hirsch's.
Became the oldest Oscar nominee ever after receiving a Best Original Score nomination at the age of 90 years, 350 days.
Oh, I was going to guess I bet he's, if not one of the most nominated people of all time.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And he's won a bunch of them.
Yeah.
His musical scores are pretty good.
So he's the oldest.
And, of course, he's admitted that he steals all of his tunes from Moby Grape.
That's right.
Albums. He figures nobody else has heard this.
Not a lot of people know all the old.
He speeds them up. He slows them down.
Who's going to know? Who's going to really remember?
Who's going to remember that? And following his Best Supporting Actor nomination for The Fabelmans, Judd Hirsch earned the record title for the longest gap between acting nominations.
Do you remember what he was
at the Academy Awards?
I do. Ordinary People.
Yeah. We were just talking about that movie yesterday. That's weird.
41 years, 341 days between Oscar nominations.
Mary Tyler Moore's so good in that movie.
He played Tyrone C. Berger.
She's frosty in that, isn't she?
Oh, she's
this version of the story has the word nonagerian.
So in his 90s?
90 years old.
Nonagerian.
Like he doesn't exist?
No, like octogenarian.
I know, but it just sounds like...
Nonagerian sounds like they're not going to tell you how old.
Yeah, none of your business.
And now the song that became the Star Wars theme by John Williams. This is Moby Grape and Hey Grandma. See if you can hear the similarities.
That's uncanny.
Absolutely.
You know, the more you hear it, the more blatant it becomes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandma, you're so young.
This is Moby Grape?
Okay, that's hurting my ears. I can't listen to it anymore.
This is hard in the ears.
You can almost hear. You can almost feel the stormtroopers marching.
Yes.
Even in the 60s, that was hard in the ears. There's a lot of LSD that got mellow out.
This is what they're playing here. I'm off to Nam.
Somebody introduced themselves recently as the biggest Moby Grape fan on earth.
Whoa.
And I thought, well, I don't need to talk to this guy. Yeah.
No idea.
He maintains that they are responsible for everything.
Well, all right. Glad they enjoy them.
Everything.
I haven't heard enough to really judge.
From Clapton
Neither
to
has anyone
Who.
else.
Okay.
They have a hit?
to the Beatles. Moby Grape.
That I know of.
They were the musician's musician, right, Tom?
I don't know anything about them except I never got their records. Sorry.
They sound like the Grateful Dead.
I mean, they do. It is
Right?
of that ilk. Yeah.
You know where I think they missed the boat is they should have had a scratch and sniff label, so it smelled like grapes.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like
now
that,
you're
and maybe a
thinking.
big purple whale.
Yeah. Oh, smells like a big purple whale. And that's sports, Tom.
Good.
Good, yes. I was just thinking that.
This is what you farted for.
The most chilling words ever in a sportscast. Let me ask you something. Christy?
Have you seen the purple video of Taylor Swift? She's naked in a purple bathtub kind of thing with all the water's lavender purple.
Hey, behave yourself.
It's pretty odd.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, legislators in Utah are considering moving Halloween to the last Friday in October.
Love it.
KSTU reports that a Senate committee
Hey, I'm Stu. This is my TV show. Station. Whatever.
unanimously approved a resolution that would mean celebrating Halloween on the permanent date. It will go to the full Senate for a vote. October 31st would still mark the official holiday, but all of the trick-or-treating apparently would move to the last Friday in October.
Well, what about Beggar's Night?
Oh, see, you started this by bringing the story up.
When I was a kid, we had Halloween, and then we had a designated Beggar's Night, where you'd go out, and that was the night you'd trick-or-treat.
Halloween, I think every city now makes their own decision, but...
Well, you leave it up to the cities and the states.
I mean, I don't know. I don't see that working.
I love it.
I mean, I tried that thing of always having Christmas on a Monday, and people got all mad about that.
Yeah. Why don't we always celebrate your birthday on a Monday?
Well, that's the whole joke here. I mean, obviously, if they're going to move, if Halloween's going to get moved to a Friday, what's the difference?
They're not moving
Halloween's
Halloween.
not a birthday.
They're moving trick-or-treating.
Right. Beggar's Night, if you will.
Okay.
I don't think you will.
No,
It'll be a Halloween weekend. It'll be a Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
Weekend. Okay.
I ain't no hollaback girl. What are you talking about?
Well, we'll see. I don't. Who knows? I mean, although if this is the future, that'll be the first time Utah's been celebrating the future, I think, ever.
October 31st is on a Tuesday this year, so
that's no good.
The 27th would be Beggar's Night, if you will.
Yes. Because you have to go to school the next day. It sucked, except for my Catholic neighbors who have All Saints Day.
Actually,
Hey, November 1st, important day.
when I was a kid, we couldn't have it on a Friday or a Saturday.
Why?
It would be like Tuesday or something. More opportunities for mischief. I think they figured on a weekend night.
Oh, no kidding.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we were badass.
I'm not saying All Saints Day is not important. I'm just saying it made me mad that I had to go to school and they didn't.
Well,
you were mad a lot when you were a kid.
The angriest little child.
No. Pounding your fists on the desk.
Mother.
a new lawsuit out there alleges that many bottles of the mini bottles, not many.
I know you
mini
said bottles, but I heard buttholes.
bottles of Fireball cinnamon.
I think the topic of mini buttholes would be something we'll
I'm
just
sure.
table.
That was a short-lived cereal, wasn't it? The sort of Cheerios-esque.
Hi, kids.
A big brimming bowl of mini bottles.
Even Count Chocula turned down our offer to be in the box.
We listen
Fill
to
it
that
to the
again.
rim. Your milk is chocolatey at the end.
Oh.
I'm sorry. They're not mini. They're mini bottles. Of
Many bottles of Fireball cinnamon are misleading because they do not contain any whiskey. CBS News reports that Anna Marquez of Illinois is suing Sazerac Company, the maker of Fireball, after learning that the drink is a malt beverage flavored to taste like whiskey.
Which it says right on the bottle.
The class action lawsuit alleges the labeling on the small 99-cent bottles of Fireball cinnamon looks similar to the labeling on bottles of its other product, Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. The suit states that customers expecting those small bottles to contain whiskey, quote, was an easy mistake to make and one intended by the manufacturer. It adds that federal and state legislation prohibits creating an overall misleading impression. The suit seeks $5 million in damages.
Come on.
And it's not. It's a different. It says right on the little mini bottle what it is.
This lady can't read.
I didn't know this.
She is terribly litigious.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure she's a fine lady.
I had no idea that it was different. I have a friend who is a big Fireball guy, and he hands out those little bottles all the time as gifts.
Oh, yeah? What fraternity is he in?
They still
What do you mean you have a friend who's into Fireball?
He is.
They still
he makes
have-
a Fireball cake. Oh, it's so
They
good.
still have alcohol in them. It's just a
Fireball
different
cake.
It's
Yeah.
whatever. It's a
Oh, it's
malt liquor. Or I don't know. It just, but it does say so on the bottle. But yeah, she is litigious. You know that she sued old granddad because the guy in the ad he was only 49. Old granddad. I mean, really? Is this, the courts aren't busy enough? They got to worry about this.
Who named that?
It's one of the best booze names ever.
Old granddad. A functioning alcoholic.
80-year-old alcoholic.
God, that's great.
Pasta fans, they can look forward to two new Italian pasta shapes this year.
Oh, God, here we go again with the pasta.
I'm sorry, Chick. Pasta manufacturer Sfaglini.
What?
Sfaglini, Sfoglini, is teaming up with the Sporkful podcast host Dan Pashman to add Quattrotini and Vesuvio to store shelves in the United States. Quattrotini is served during Carnival in a small region of Sicily.
Is this exciting?
Is that Vesuvio?
Isn't this exciting?
VESUVIO?
Did you hear what he said?
It's called quadrillini because it's got 4 little arms on it.
The original shape of 4 tubes connected by 4-sided rectangle was altered to include ridges, making it easier to grab sauce.
Well, it should be Ruffles.
Wouldn't you? Isn't this exciting for you, Josh? Don't you love a little pasta?
Who doesn't love a little pasta?
But it all tastes the
I don't really
same.
care about. I'm not going to rush out and get this.
Vesuvio.
These are the guys. This is the guy that created that special pasta. What's called cascatelli.
Yes.
That is designed to hold more of the sauce as you eat it.
Oh, same
Remember
dude.
we had some of that?
Yeah, it was fine. It was good.
He had engineers and chefs help him with that. I thought it was fun.
Vesuvio, a short round pasta anchored by a large base that tapers into a cone, is named for its likeness to Mount Vesuvius, as Chick alluded to. It has been very difficult to find in the United States until now.
No, you also
Sfaglini is the company, of course, that we talked about this.
We had the story that the little star pasta was being discontinued by one of the companies.
One company. You can still buy it on other companies.
People are upset, though. Man.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Try to find it.
This guy just fun.
Sure.
Delicious, delicious pasta.
New choices.
Make yourself happy with some special pasta. I want to. It's pretty hard to get. What is it? The cascatelli.
You know, I've been down a lot lately, Josh. I
you don't think some? You don't think so, if it was like
Don't
Lucky
the
Charms?
little bow ties make
I
you
don't
happy?
know.
I like
don't
them.
know what would make me happier.
Bow tie pasta.
Do you have
A little
any
bow tie pasta?
suggestions? How-
Well, you know, Chick.
Yeah.
I do. Try these 2 new pastas.
You got to be kidding me!
Look at that smile on your face.
What a great time to be alive!
Who needs Zoloft when we've got 2 new pastas?
Pastas.
You could watch old Redskins games where they win, and I'll serve you up some nice cascatelli pasta.
No, I don't want you in my house.
I wouldn't mind eating some of that pescatelli if you know that.
Always liked her.
Be careful.
You
Serenade
want to
3
marry
times.
her.
3 times she appears.
So-
Be careful.
Quattrotini looks like if you took 4 penne pastas and put them together and put a little tube in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot of pasta. That's
I like breaking them and making a new pasta called quadriplegia.
Oh, then now we're doing spinal injury jokes.
And Vesuvio looks like. What do you think it looks
It
like?
looks like the top of a Dairy Queen cone.
Yeah.
Are we okay to eat pasta like raw? Is that okay?
And
I mean, it won't hurt you.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, okay.
Might break your teeth.
Now, you like the bow tie pasta?
I do.
What is that?
Farfalle?
Paul Simonini?
Farfalle? The what?
That's a Senator Paul Simon show.
Senator Paul Simon.
I would have gone with Irving R. Levine.
Oh, okay.
Always wore a bow tie.
Fettuccine Levine.
You prefer the clip-on bow tie pasta, of course.
How do you know Paul Simon wore a clip-on?
Well, he sings about it.
Well, Paul Simon was a senator who always wore a bow tie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that Josh has always talked about how he Josh feels that the clip-on tie is perfectly valid.
Especially a clip-on bow tie. Those are hard to tie.
The 10 most famous bow tie wearers. Number 1 is Charlie Chaplin. What do you think?
Oh, all right.
Marco Blahnik. Manalo Blahnik.
Isn't one of the science guys?
Oh, Bill Nye.
Does
Bill
he
Nye,
wear
the
a-
science guy. I think he does. Paul Rubens, Gore Vidal, Winston Churchill, Fred Astaire, Alfred Kinsey. Oh, yeah, he did wear a bow tie. And Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yikes. Okay.
Mr. Crowley.
No.
Do you own a bow tie?
I do.
Oh.
Do
you tie it, or do you have to?
Is it a clip on?
I wear it once every 3 or 4 years. It comes up in some kind of event where I have to wear it. But
Wrap it
around your dick.
It's in a
I
box.
kind of sort of know how to tie a tie, but I don't. I am totally unaware of how to tie a bow tie.
No way. I couldn't do it.
You have a clip-on. You wear a clip-on tie anyway when you have to wear a tie, right?
No, but I'm just saying that I wish they were more socially acceptable. You have a lineup, 10 guys, and one of them's wearing a clip-on. They're all wearing. You wouldn't know who was wearing the clip-on.
So you tugged on it.
Who are you, Harpo Marx? What are you tugging on people's ties for?
Hi, welcome here.
Did you have the shop teacher who used to they had to wear a tie, but they would tuck it in?
Absolutely.
So it wouldn't get caught in the lathe?
Yes. Yeah, that was just
Mr.
safety,
Mr.
Tom.
Tapperton's face was
pulled into the lathe.
Yeah. All right. Well, coming up, we have stories about, this is for some reason a lot of food stuff. We have Slim Jims in the news, and an interesting story about body hair, a really interesting story about a mega millionaire young fellow who's decided he wants to live forever. And wait till you hear what, Christy, you'll love what this guy's doing. It's right up your alley.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out what that's all about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Dressed as Jackie Kennedy. JFK is Nicole Pence.
Wow, he is a good George.
Christy Lee, of course, is Teddy Roosevelt. And here comes George Washington. Chick McGee is George Washington, ladies
You've
and
never
gentlemen.
looked more presidential in your entire life.
That's a nice look, a nice blue.
Wow, you
that
look
actually works.
good.
A blue.
Marilyn Monroe. We need to hook that up as soon as we can.
You got it, George.
Well, take a seat, Chick. What a great look.
You
We'll
look good,
We'll
man.
be getting. He has a little ponytail in the back there.
He's got
nice.
He's got these little things to make it look like he's wearing boots over his shoes, but they look like he's like on house arrest.
Washington wears Air Force One.
It looks like he's on house arrest.
Chick, you should wear this the rest of the day.
Rest of your life.
This is a
Seriously.
look. I mean, the hair is just.
Well, is the hair good? What,
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
This is
No,
making
but-
me wonder why
I
this
like
look
the
went
hair.
out of fashion. This
Me
is great.
too. And your beard, everything
It goes
looks
right with
good.
the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes right with the thing.
Wow, it's very.
Chick, you look like kind of sexy in this outfit.
No, I'm not sure. What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's kind of coming on to you there.
What about you, Marilyn?
I'd definitely give handy to old George.
Oh my God.
Now, who is this
Hey,
fetching
Marilyn, I
young?
heard that.
Who's this fetching young creature?
I'm
here?
Jackie. I'm Jackie O.
Not yet. You're
As
Jackie
in
Kennedy. Steve.
Jackie Kennedy.
Oh my God!
What on earth?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I could see how George would want to have sex with that.
I can't wait to get our
taking your
picture
shirt
together.
off.
You need to take your shirt
You
off.
need to take
though.
that shirt off underneath there.
You need to. You need to.
You need to take your pants off too. Your
Put it out
microphone's
there a
off.
little
Mic
bit,
on,
yeah.
Sparky.
Wait, how you feeling right now?
Arm wouldn't get up there.
Yeah, where's your makeup?
Where's your
There's no
makeup?
makeup.
Well, I haven't finished it. I
Where's
just
your
did the
boobs?
first phase.
Where's your makeup? Where's your boobs? Where's your
George just has to hit that later. You better get it together.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, coming up after the Bob and Tom Show this morning, it's Bob and Tom's Work Farce. All the fun without really that much effort. Just keep it tuned here to Bob and Tom 24/7, and we'll keep that smile going all day. And keep your coworkers guessing what's making you so happy. It's us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Jeff Oskey with news we failed to to mention on the way on a Friday. It's January 27th. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Friday morning. Hope you're having a great day. I know we are, and we're going to have more fun and laughs up next right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A University of Michigan student is one of the world's foremost speed cubers, a person capable of quickly solving a Rubik's Cube. He's also an accomplished violinist. Stanley Chappell says the two fields go hand in hand. The violin has aided in his speed cubing success. The 21-year-old is the world champion in 2 categories of blindfolded speed cubing. You heard me. Factoring in the time it takes for him to review the cube before placing the blindfold over his eyes, Chappell can solve one in around 17 seconds. The junior majoring in violin performance intends to defend his titles later this year in South Korea. Of course, he attends the University of Michigan. Tom loves him. Public water agencies in California will be getting more water from the state because of the recent heavy rains. That's the good news. State officials on Thursday said public water agencies will be getting 30% of what they asked for. If that doesn't sound like a lot, they were only going to be getting 5% that state officials had announced just in December. A series of powerful storms dumped an estimated 32 trillion gallons of water on California in just the last 3 weeks. The deluge has helped replenish the state's reservoirs that had been at dangerously low levels. State officials warn dry conditions could return. Still 2 months left in the state of California's rainy season. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I think Josh is going to start her off.
You ready now? Rip down a ronda snoodle and a flizzle flay. A chick, 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 day. A rum slip snarvel and a bing dong. A rip or doozle and a heber us at sand. A verzel gazzle and a rip on stoots. Devil a dee da flat a herbidly flutes.
Now I'm a frog.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tell us about Hawaii. I get very confused over there. I'm always trying to read signs, because all they have are vowels. You read signs, and some signs, they have an arrow that says E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, come on, where's that going to go? And obviously to a pineapple farm. Yeah, what is that? And I'm always trying to, I'm trying to impress. I was with this girl, and I'm trying to impress her about how much I know about Hawaii. This is my second time there, and I'm like, I go, oh, now look here. This is the ni I pu'u lo o-o-ke a-uti. And she said, that's lookout, you idiot. I guess I'm a little used to read these signs around here. I see. Fascinating. They have 2 airports on the island of Maui, and one is called like Hili Wili Puli, and then they call the other one Willy Willy Pali, and then I go to the wrong one, and I'm the idiot. It's supposed to be Hili Wili Puli, not Willy Willy Pali. They're going to be an hour and a half apart. They shouldn't sound exactly the same. Not Hili Wili Puli, Willy Willy Pali. I have a theory, and I think everything in Hawaii was named by Mel Tillis in a hurry. Is what happened. They just brought Mel over. Mel, what'd you call that? Okay, come on over here. Pie. Mel, what would you call that big beautiful bird? Well, yeah, that's good. That's the
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I actually have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold along in a moment here. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Just looking at this thing, it looks like Coach Frank Reich will be hosting the Colts coming up next season.
Yes, that's right.
Interestingly enough. And I can't get a clear answer. I've been trying to find out if if they still have to pay Frank Wright the $9 million a year. I'll see if I can track that down.
I've tried looking too, and I can't find it. Someone has suggested,
It's really none of your business.
It's good point.
I'm just curious. I think it's fascinating but I do know that there is not a salary cap for the coaches. Obviously, and especially in college sports.
Oh, yeah.
You're all just jealous.
Sorry, kids. We had to cancel all the shop classes in art, but the coach is getting $50 million.
Yeah, but all those programs are there in the first place because of the billion-dollar industry that is college football.
I get it. We have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. What have you got?
Well, since you love to talk about hair, Tom, scientists have discovered that humans likely possess genes for growing a full coat of fur, but evolution has disabled them.
So in other words, we used to be really hairy.
Yeah, well,
I kind of thought we knew.
Kind of thought we knew this too. We've seen the charts.
Well, those charts are all made up.
Researchers at the university.
Some guy
I've been on this hill for years.
They're made up.
I've not seen you.
Darwin would argue with you.
Researchers at the University of Utah and the University of Pittsburgh hope that their findings could possibly lead to new ways to recover hair after balding. This has been published in the journal eLife.
Stop. Everybody who's bald, just live with it. You're okay.
But I mean, I think there are certain people that are bald because of perhaps medical treatments or something. So it would be nice.
Well, sure.
I'm perfectly fine not having hair on the top of my head. I
Yeah.
get it. It's not
Yeah, you never mention it.
Yeah, we can tell how absolutely okay you
Totally
are.
adjusted
You'll look
to
at total strangers in the newspaper. Oh, look at this guy. Boy, he got a bad haircut, didn't he?
I shave my pubes in the shape of an arrow pointing up.
There you go.
Saying
more brains.
Throws people. They don't know what that means.
I mean,
no, the idea is that they may be able to somehow genetically
kick these genes back on, but then look what
here's
happens.
What I'm seeing is in the early experimentation of this, they're going to do some gene thing, and the guy is going to end up looking like a gorilla.
Yeah,
it'll be.
There'll be some trial and error.
Yeah, he goes from being he had kind of a bald pate there. All of a sudden, he's Wolfman.
Which leads us to this: researchers are
Wait a
saying
second. Whenever I say Wolfman, I think it's only appropriate that we hear from.
Hello there.
Thank you very much. That's the Wolfman himself.
Have you ever noticed how Ben Affleck, his beard comes in? That kind of freaks me out.
How does it come in?
It's like way up, like almost meets his eye.
Oh, he's got the high cheek beard.
Yeah, he's got the high, real hairy.
At the beginning of Urban Cowboy.
Hairy face. Yes, John Travolta, same thing.
has Wolfman face.
Up there on
absolutely.
The zygomatics.
Yep. Or the, I think in medical school it would be the eye bone.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if you think that they've got hair regrowth down completely, Jeff Bezos is one of the richest people in the world, and
maybe he likes being bald.
I doubt it.
Could be one of those things where he's like, you know what? It's 2 minutes in the shower. I don't have to spend anymore, and that's 2 minutes. I could be doing something else.
I don't care. Look at me.
If there was a way, he'd look like Mo Howard.
See, now not only is it important to you, but it's important to total strangers. You have decided.
You're projecting.
Just saying.
Okay.
Nothing I can do about it. That's what I say.
Is there any way at all you'd go to therapy?
Have you ever been?
This is a serious question.
It's not the first time he's heard this, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah. Next.
Researchers are saying that humans may have retained an ancestral understanding of ape gestures. So not only did we have the hair, we apparently can read signs. For this particular study, primatologist Kirsty Graham and Catherine Hobater recruited, that's her name, recruited more than 5,000 people to complete an online multiple choice quiz to see whether participants could interpret gestures produced by non-human apes in a series of videos. Okay, this is my favorite part. Non-human apes. Because of the human apes out there?
Well, they're just trying to clarify. I mean, technically, humans are we?
We're not considered apes.
I don't think so,
No.
but
Isn't there that book, The Naked Ape?
Yes, but I don't. I mean, I don't think now we're considered Homo sapiens and apes aren't the same, right?
Right. Researchers found participants were able to correctly identify the meaning of the gestures more than 50% of the time, a result they say is substantially above chance. Christy Graham told Vice's Motherboard Non-human great apes share most of their gesture repertoire, vocabularies, and it's possible, rather, that this might be something shared by our last common ancestors and may have scaffolded the evolution of human gesture and language.
So they're not saying that we came from monkeys, but they're saying that way above that, in the chain way up there, we had a common ancestor with gorillas.
Pretty interesting, yeah.
And that some of the gestures that they do have been passed down to us too. A friend of mine I got into this because a friend of mine took this test and did great on it.
Wow.
He could figure out what these so-called ape gestures meant.
Really?
Yeah. You want to take the test?
Is this a setup, or are you...
No.
Real? Oh, okay.
No, I'm totally serious.
You know somebody that took this
test?
test?
That's how I got this whole article.
How many questions are there?
I don't know, and I'll have to ask her, but I think it's fascinating.
Well,
we can take it and see if you recognize what the apes are trying to do.
I bet we're pretty good.
I bet we're pretty good because we have similar...
Or exactly.
we do the similar things, so it wouldn't be...
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously evolved a little, but we don't necessarily throw our poop literally, but we certainly throw it.
Yeah.
Throw shade, right?
Oh,
God, I'm glad you said shade.
Yeah, me too.
Wouldn't it be the greatest thing to me would be if one of these scientists one day goes to wherever the gorillas are and walks in, and there's a TV set on, and the gorilla looks at her and gives her the Star Trek, the Star Trek hand sign, and she looks up and it's Star Trek on TV.
Live long and prosper.
Christy, I know that you're very active at the zoo, and I was lucky enough to get a special tour once, and I was told that the orangutans love to watch the TV show Alf.
How about that?
So, I mean,
it is funny.
They can communicate via an iPad. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and I saw them. They handed one of these beautiful creatures a stick of gum, and she put it in her mouth. It kind of went for a couple seconds and then reached in and took the foil out and handed it back to the guy. It was amazing.
Christy, at the zoo, you're one of the euthanasia experts, aren't you?
Oh, my God. No.
Hard thing to talk about.
It's gotta happen, right?
Yeah, I thought you were,
No, I don't have anything to do.
Oh, God. Oh, well. I mean,
when they get too expensive, you have to.
Oh, geez, Josh.
Sure. And I hate to bring this back up, but I'm going to.
Absolutely.
But I think about it. I was just saying that, apes, obviously, they heave their poop. But we've had 2 stories this week about burglars
leaving
that have left that behind. I mean, that could be fundamentally ape behavior.
Do you think apes do that too? They steal people's food from their neighbor and then poop.
There could be something very base about
sending a message
about a human being.
I bet so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But in any event,
we know there are great apes. Are there not so great apes?
The lesser.
Yeah.
The whole
So what you're saying that the gorillas look down on the bonobos or whatever?
Absolutely.
Right.
Bonobos.
That was one of the cool things about the original movie, The Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah,
they have all of them.
How they had a tiered.
Yeah,
they had I'm sure
like a caste system.
How did they do it? Was it gorillas, orangs, and then the chimp? I forget how they tiered them.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what the smartest of those creatures are. I don't know if it's chimpanzees or gorillas or what.
Both of the chimpanzees and the orangutans are pretty smart, and they're pretty close to us DNA wise.
They're scary.
It must be hard when you have to put one of those down, isn't it?
What are
Because you feel
doing?
like you're kind of putting down a human being.
Oh my gosh!
It's unbelievable. I don't know what to do.
God!
You gotta cry about
it. I don't know what to say. Coming up, we have a special treat to get to.
We have a special treat.
We do.
Cake.
Pizza?
Lobster? Extra money?
How did you know? You open the pizza box, and on top of the pepperoni is cash. Wow. All C notes.
Oh.
And then there's a cake after that.
Well, this is a terrific day.
Perfect timing.
And then I emit alarm clock turds.
A show afterwards.
Boy, that is.
As they come out, they tell you what time it is.
That's really something.
Okay? You happy now?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
We have a nice treat that you've already ruined by killing monkeys.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything to get away from Christy and her murdering of the.
Would you stop?
Well, you keep talking about it.
Did we do the story about the woman?
Exact opposite of that.
Did we do the story about the woman who broke into a Catholic church naked?
We are getting there.
Oh, no. What was she?
We have to take a break.
She wanted, as Eddie Money would say, a ticket to hell.
And by the way, a naked lady, you may be barking up the wrong tree here.
Okay. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, your kids are, 11 is your son, right?
Yes, correct.
How old's your daughter?
6.
6. Okay, great.
Yeah,
she still gets away with stuff, probably. 6 years old.
She's so funny that I just refuse to punish her for anything.
Right.
She came home from kindergarten one day and she goes, Dad, Stacy and I were playing catch and she hit me right in the balls. She only has an older brother. She's only heard that area referred to as that. A good dad would tell her that she's wrong. I am not going to do that. I have chosen to use that to my advantage. She'll be on her first date making out with some dude and she'll be like, touch my ball. Guess who's done making out? Until at least college, because now everyone in high school thinks she has balls. Thanks, Facebook.
Best daddy. Come on. Bob and Tom.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Hope you're having a great Friday. Thanks so much for tuning in to Bob and Tom 24/7. For everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. That is our website. From there, you can link to all of our social media sites. Check out our Bob and Tom VIP for our very important people. Also, the latest Bob and Tom highlights, news, information about the cast, and the Bob and Tom Show puppets. Well, that's where they live, at bobandtom.com. BOBANDTOM, bobandtom.com. Go in, have some fun, watch some videos. There's Pat Godwin playing his guitar, singing one of his fun songs in the performance studio. Maybe he's playing his keyboards. Also, there's Ace Cosby telling a joke of the day, and there's Chick McGee's reaction. It's all available at bobandtom.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom news update. The National Archives has asked former presidents and vice presidents to recheck all of their personal records just in case they might have a classified document or two lying around. This follows news that President Joe Biden and former Vice President Mike Pence had documents in their possession after they left office. Thursday, representatives of all former presidents and vice presidents were notified by the U.S. government that they must comply with the President Records Act, which states that any records created or received by the president are the property of the U.S. government and will be managed by the archives at the end of said administration. Hong Kong will ban CBD starting Wednesday, labeling it a dangerous drug. CBD, derived from the cannabis plant, was previously legal in Hong Kong, where bars and shops sold products containing it. But last year, Hong Kong authorities decided to prohibit its use. Custom authorities announced Friday the ban would go into effect starting February 1st. CBD is one of many chemicals found in cannabis. Of course, the plant known commonly as marijuana. Unlike its cousin THC, CBD does not get users high. And Egypt has unveiled dozens of new archaeological discoveries just outside of the capital, Cairo. The excavation team announced that items lay beneath an ancient stone enclosure within a necropolis and date back to the 5th and 6th dynasties of Egypt's ancient Old Kingdom. The antiquities were unearthed during a year-long excavation. One of the uncovered tombs belonged to a priest from the 5th dynasty, while the other larger tomb belonged to an officer, once known as the pharaoh's keeper of the secrets. Other major findings from the excavation include a sarcophagus, statues, and amulets. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
It's Dan Greeter. Dan,
Good morning.
Dan, how are you?
Good.
Dan, first off,
Nice. Yes.
you're from Cleveland, but you went to school
At Ohio State.
How'd that go?
Columbus. I loved it there. I'm a big football fan. I love college football. You know, we should have a college football team. I was in Boston a couple months ago. I was turning around, I went down to Cambridge. You know, I was walking the Harvard campus there, you know, pretending. And, and it dawned on me, Harvard, they didn't put anybody good in football, do they, Harvard, huh? Ivy League, bunch of wimps. That Big Ten, you know, Pac-10, it's big business. You got the football program. You know, people may take a class or two.
Right.
You know, as a Harvard, you get the school football game might break out on the weekend. I think if Harvard ever played like Ohio State in football, the play-by-play be something like, and Harvard's quarterback has dropped behind the line again for a loss of 40. Harvard's man there, of course, is Chad Elmhurst. Chad is an academic All-American at Harvard, majored in physics with a minor in mathematics. And Bob, they tell me he's actually graduating a year early. And he's not going anywhere right now because he was flattened by Big Moose McCauley. Moose is a 6th-year redshirt freshman, majoring in scuba diving. And Bob, there's not
that. Okay, good.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
Whoa. There's Ace Cosby.
Chick, I invented a new word.
There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
What's your word, Ace?
I invented the word plagiarism.
Plage? Very good.
So you wanted another joke.
Boy, Tom loved that.
What are you laughing at?
That is great.
It's freaking funny.
Oh, my God.
The economy of that joke. I did not know he was doing a joke. He really got me with that. Thank you. Willie, it's good to see you, sir.
Hi, Willie.
You guys, you got to try this coming in late thing, man. It rules.
I know. It's really
I slept in. I got a coffee.
You gotta try not coming in at all.
Wow. Hey, I've done that before. Man, is that great.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Pat's here because Pat fell down on some ice yesterday and hit his back. And usually when Pat hurts his back, it's, I don't know,
I'm out
six months for...
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I go, don't be so pessimistic. Maybe all that hardware in your back actually saved your back from getting injured.
Probably did.
Yeah.
That hardware is going to be on stage tonight, along with the rest of Pat's body, at the Funny Farm, Youngstown, Ohio. One show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. Those shows are going to be absolutely stellar. So I certainly suggest you go see them in a great place, Youngstown. Have some fun tonight in Youngstown, Ohio. And the good news is there are no football games until Sunday, so you're not going to miss anything.
Not at all.
Okay.
That's a fun weekend.
Willie, we reviewed the shoe-in of the week.
Yeah.
And as you know, you and Chick differ slightly. First off, it's rather interesting that the Bengals KC matchup has sort of a number of different, depending on when you put your bet in, where you fall on this one. Am I correct, Chick, in saying that you got Cincinnati -2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Willie, where did you get in on that one?
If we're doing, I'll just take Cincinnati -2 the line is shifting, but let's say Cincinnati -2. It's Cincinnati -2, everybody. I don't know why you're saying it's not Cincinnati -2.
Okay.
It's always been Cincinnati -2, you guys. So
Okay. And then, but you and Chick differ on the other game. You're taking the Eagles. The Chickster is so confident in his bet on San Francisco +3 that he is doubling his bet with
That's
the
right.
famous Chick McGee double shock.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Now, Christy Lee is at her post at the news desk. Have we missed anything?
Yeah. Authorities in North Dakota report a topless woman broke into a Fargo church and destroyed a statue of Jesus.
Oh, classy.
Oh, yeah.
Fargo police report St. Mary's Cathedral. A topless woman damaged property. Officers arrived, saw the woman running across the street without a shirt, bra, or shoes on.
No, we better go check that out.
I would like to point out that I have not, this story does not give the weather report for that day, but I'm guessing
In Fargo?
in January.
Oh, yeah.
Being naked outdoors, probably a sign that you're cuckoo.
Well,
Anyway?
not just that. Yeah.
Fargo is on the Weather Channel a lot for the cold temperatures. Yeah.
They were able to detain the 35-year-old suspect, Brittany Marie Reynolds, who they said appeared to be under the influence of drugs.
I
think.
Okay.
The large Jesus statue had been torn from the wall and smashed on the church floor.
My goodness.
A similar statue was found online for a replacement price of $11,500.
Jesus
Officials
That's what it is.
also issued an additional warrant for Reynolds after she was accused of assaulting health emergency room staff, Essentia health emergency room
This
staff.
woman, get her some help.
Yeah.
I think this is that new game show idea that I had.
What's that?
It's called Meth or Bath Salts, and you have to watch the video of the.
That was a good one.
No, obviously, again, it had to be pretty chilly outside. I mean, how many people have ever been in a legitimate church while naked anyway?
Yeah,
Well, she was only topless, so let's give her credit. She wasn't completely naked.
Well, that might improve attendance at Mass. And no female priest, but have you seen the knockers on that?
Oh, boy.
Mass is ended, grab a piece.
No, I'm serious. I mean, just in general, Christy, I think that most people, whatever your religious beliefs, in any religious facility, a church or a temple or whatever, you tend to
cover up.
Yeah, you just there's a certain what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of a gravitas. It's not a
decorum. Yeah, there's
although I'm sure there's some church where you're supposed to be naked.
Probably, yeah.
I was reading that book by Kenny Loggins, and he gets married in the woods, and they're both naked during the ceremony.
No kidding.
What? Yeah.
Huh. Are they like pagans or?
Was that the woman he met giving him the colonic?
I forget which one it was, but it was one of them. Yeah. But, I mean, that's weird.
Well, we knew somebody that had a...
At least you don't have to rent a tux.
You sure hosed out my ass. Can I take you to dinner? And that's how Mom and Dad met.
Referencing, of course, the enema thing. But, this woman obviously had to be a lunatic.
Well, that's why they said they think she was under the influence of drugs, of
that's
course.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah.
A lot going on there.
In Florida, authorities are saying an alleged shoplifter battered a convenience store clerk with a pair of Slim Jim beef sticks.
They're like whips.
According to the arrest affidavit, the 40-year-old woman, Ms. Casey Breezale, entered the Citco gas station, took items from the store that she attempted to conceal before trying to leave, but was confronted by the clerk at the exit. The woman, quote, then pushed the victim to get past, struck her with 2 Slim Jim beef sticks that she was stealing.
Slap.
The clerk was not injured in the Slim Jim attack. The woman was arrested on charges of battery, theft, and resisting a merchant.
Ace Randy Savage rolling over in his grave.
Slap it to the Slim Jim.
It makes sense. The Slim Jim is basically the weapon of the gas station. Inside, they're food-wise, snack-wise. That's the best thing you can fight with, I think. Chips, you can't fight with a bag of chips.
Do they have extra long Slim Jims? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, they do have one.
That'd be like a whip.
Yeah, they are.
And not to mention the sodium content of one of those. I'm surprised they didn't charge her with assault.
Right.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Some of those extra long ones I don't think are Slim Jim brands, are they?
Some,
I don't know.
Yeah, they have their off brands for sure, but they have both.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, those are what are they? The nitrates? What are they full of?
Plenty of those, yeah.
Preservatives.
Yeah, I mean, on occasion there really is nothing quite like one.
Well, yeah,
and when the timing is right.
Sure.
I don't think I've ever had a Slim Jim.
Oh, Slim Jim and some Mountain Dew.
No, I can honestly say
You
I've
ever had a
never.
thick Josh? I got one of those. I know a guy.
Not a Slim Jim.
Sitting right here.
Well, by the way, this. What time is it? Okay, we have to wait on this one.
It's way late.
It's not often I can still make you blush.
We have a story that has something I had never heard of before. It's a story about a guy that has all the money in the world, basically, and he decided he wanted to live forever.
Oh, yeah?
And he's doing all kinds of things.
I can't wait because the one thing that Tom was really fascinated by.
Oh,
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, he's undergoing a battery of tests virtually constantly.
Unfortunately, he's not that attractive. I'm sorry, dude.
He's got 5% body fat.
I don't care. No.
He's got. I think he's worth $900 million.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, we'll find out what happened to the guy. But there's one aspect. There's one thing that they're testing that I didn't know there was a test for.
Okay.
I think
IQ.
It's got to be some sort of fecality.
No, it is not fecality. There's of course a test for that.
Urinology, I think.
You're getting closer, but we'll find out what it is.
Potency of his semen, obviously.
No.
Tumescence, perhaps?
You will find out exactly what it is.
Rigidness.
Right now, I want to tell you that this weekend, Chick McGee is going to be watching some football.
It's on. I'm locking it down, baby.
You're going to be so comfortable in your favorite chair.
Peace of mind, Tom, with Simply Safe. Oh, yeah. Simply Safe also. Oh, yeah. Simply Safe named the best home security of 2022, again, by U.S. News and World Report for the third year in a row. You have an emergency, 24/7 professional monitoring. Agents use fast protect technology exclusively from Simply Safe to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real, so you get faster police dispatch. And Simply Safe is whole home security. Of course, they have advanced sensors for every room, window, and door, and high-definition cameras inside and out, and smarter ways to detect motion that alert you only when a threat is real. Top-rated Simply Safe app, too, for your smartphone. Stay in complete control of your system no matter where you are. Anytime, anywhere, arm, disarm. You can unlock for a guest, access your cameras, see what's up at the compound if you're not there. Adjust your system settings, all for less than $1 a day. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. And go today, claim a free indoor security camera, plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Now, Chick, it's safe to say that you're kind of a shoe guy. You know a lot about the quality shoes.
I like shoes.
Yeah, and we have a shoe story for you coming out of Oregon. I think you're going to find this quite fascinating.
Okay.
I don't want to give too much away, but it involves kangaroos and actual.
They used to have a tennis shoe that had a little pocket in it, and they were called kangaroos.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
I had those as a kid.
That's a good idea. Would you put your key in it so you can go for a run?
Like quarters. Yeah.
Okay.
Quarters for the
ride
arcade.
our bike to the 7-Eleven and get some
nice.
baseball cards.
Well, this is
Slim Jims.
We got that coming up. Plus, we have some information about that DoorDash delivery prank that was a prank on the basketball court. They've gotten to the bottom of it to a degree. It was faked.
Bummer.
And they're not happy. Also coming up, your surprise treat.
Yeah.
That I promised.
I'm hungry.
Once again, I think this came through one time over the many surprises you've tried to give us. They've been worthy of a surprise.
I appreciate
like the time we had Joe Theismann walk in the room. That didn't count.
No, that doesn't count.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Well,
not anymore.
Okay.
I mean, he's over at the house all the time.
Oh, sure. No.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks so much for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now. Of course, we're in a break right now, but you can check YouTube, search the Bob and Tom Show, and when they come back from break, the radio show is on the air, and that's what you're listening to, and yet there you are watching it. See how that works? Cameras in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, and we broadcast it live across our YouTube channel during the show in the morning. And you can also check out, I think, past shows. I don't know what the heck's on our YouTube channel. Maybe I should check it out, but you should check it out for sure. Bob and Tom on our YouTube channel. The Bob and Tom Show continues listening right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. The Carolina Panthers have hired Frank Reich as their new head coach following an extensive search. Reich is 61, joins the Panthers after spending the past 4+ seasons with the Colts. He went 40-33-1 as their head coach before being fired on November 7th. The Colts went to the playoffs twice as a wildcard team under Reich. And for Reich, the hire represents a return to Carolina, where he spent one season as the team's quarterback and started the Panthers' very first game in 1995. Billy Packer, an Emmy Award-winning college basketball broadcaster who covered 34 Final Fours for NBC and CBS, has passed away at the age of 82. Packer's son, Mark, told the Associated Press last night that his father has been hospitalized for the past 3 weeks and had several medical issues and ultimately succumbed to kidney failure. NBA winners last night: Charlotte, Detroit, Cleveland, Dallas, and the Clippers win in regulation. The Knicks in overtime, beating the Celtics. Top 25 college basketball: number 1, Purdue beat Michigan. Number 6, Arizona over Washington State. USC upsetting number 8, UCLA. And number 21, Florida Atlantic beating Middle Tennessee. NHL last night. In regulation, Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Nashville, Chicago, Arizona, and Anaheim get wins. Washington wins in a shootout over Pittsburgh, and Detroit and Minnesota get wins in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon. Just slap a little on. Repeatedly.
Oh, gosh.
I needed that.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Mr. Béchon.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Has this ever happened to you?
Scalpel. Clamp. Knife.
Ow! Hey! What the? Ah!
Waking up during an operation can be both traumatic and painful. Did you know that you have a choice when it comes to choosing an anesthesia? Introducing Ed Pedural's Anesthesia City! Anesthesia City!
Hey, Eddie Pedural here. When you need to get gooned on the goofy juice, it really helps to shop around. And there's no better time than now, as we're getting giddy at Anesthesia City. It's our once-a-year Malaise Days.
Malaise Days!
Bring in your Zoo Book coupon, and we'll knock off an additional 50% on scratch and dent ethers, pentathols, and nitrous.
Anesthesia City!
And oh yeah, free balloons for the kids. Hey, if they're real young, make sure they don't suck on any of that balloon air, if you know what I'm saying.
Anesthesia City! Open every day, 10 until 10. 9.
Hey, I'm Ed Pedural saying, so, what's it going to take for me to put you in a coma today?
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Comedian Jeff Brown has joined us in the studio. Jeff is a resident once again of the great city of Chicago.
Us in the Midwest.
Yeah.
We know what
true cold is. I was so tired of L.A. They're so vapid and shallow. Oh, Jesus, 56. Close the window. True cold is when your dog would rather take a kick in the ribs for taking a dump in the living room than going outside. That's when it's cold.
Yeah. My coldest day ever was in Chicago. It was with a wind chill, 64 below zero.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad they thought of the whole wind chill thing.
Yeah. It was cold. It was damn cold.
Oh, yeah. There's certain problems.
I pooped on the rug.
Woo, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, that really brings it home for
me. Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you do?
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the I Hate Steven Singer news desk because Josh isn't here anymore.
Chick just gave me I crossed the line sign. That's no good.
There's Pat
Oh, you
Godwin.
can read that sign.
There's Josh Arnold. He's being ornery today.
I'm sorry.
Yes, he is.
Ornery.
I'll behave.
Don't apologize to me. I'm not the one who's best friend. There's Ace Cosby.
I can smell those apples all the way over here.
There's Willie Griswold. Again, something happening in the room that Ace insists on mentioning.
People on YouTube can see it.
That's true.
Here's Tom.
Chick, the visual of you showing Josh crossing the line, we need a show referee, and he needs to come in here with his hand signals and throw a flag and our dad 90% of the time.
Foul.
Yeah, throwing flags.
Josh.
He's got a big whistle. We can challenge it, too.
Flag on the joke.
Mark, you can
Flag on the joke.
Mark, Mike, whatever your name is, you could be our referee.
I'll be a referee.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mark likes what I say.
let's see. Not everything. A little surprise coming up here. Willie, you missed it. We were talking about this. Really, I've got to get this test for you guys to take where you watch these apes. And they're making certain signs that have meaning, and human beings are taking this test and scoring pretty well.
Aren't they just mimicking?
Do they know this one?
Oh, how primitive. Christy put up her middle finger. I was taking it, and one of the ones, the orang looked at me, and he made this sign. He took his index finger and his baby finger and held it up to his ear, and I could swear he mouthed, "Call me."
Oh,
Very weird. But right now, I think, are we ready for our special surprise? Yes, we are.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a special early edition of Things We Failed to Mention with the bow tie wearing Jeff Oskey.
And suspenders.
Just a coincidence. The only problem is you can't see it with my beard.
You cannot.
I gotta lean up.
Does your girlfriend compliment you on the beard?
She loves it, Tom. She's a big fan. She knew what she was getting when she saw me the first time.
You look like a 1940s vagrant who murdered the mayor and then put on his clothes. I'm the mayor now.
That's right. That's right.
I make the rules.
I am the mayor now.
When is the last time you were clean shaven?
I don't know. A couple years. When I had to apply for the job here, I shaved.
I thought you shaved one morning for the show, didn't he?
Yeah, you guys gave me a nice makeover.
Yeah, I got the cardigan sweater. Remember that?
We cleaned him up.
Yeah.
Didn't recognize him with a clean-shaven face.
Yeah. But now, for those of you that are just listening and not seeing Jeff, this is a special treat. We usually do this a little later in the show, but due to certain circumstances, we're going to have you do your special segment right now.
All right. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jeff Oskey. Here at the Bob and Tom Show, we give you a lot of the news each week, but we don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskey with what you failed to mention news.
The U.S.'s Virgin Islands have legalized recreational marijuana. What you failed to mention, their new slogan is, okay, now will you vacation here? There's a new Mountain Dew Baja Blast hot sauce. What you failed to mention, that's right, Christmas came early for Sissy and Bubby this year. A woman was rescued by firemen from a storm drain for the second time in 3 years. What you failed to mention, only 3 more times, and she earns a free hook and ladder from Firehouse Subs.
I love the hook and ladder.
Willie was excited because chicken wings are back at Taco Bell. What you failed to mention, yesterday I tried their chicken wing burrito, 2 stars. Too many bones. A man led police on a chase while riding a John Deere tractor. What you failed to mention, if you're going to run from the police on a tractor, you have to go with a John Deere because everyone knows nothing runs from the police like a deer.
Yep.
Don't applaud too soon, Willie. Here comes this one. A French nun died at the age of 118 last week. A French nun died at the age of 118 last week. What you failed to mention, when she died, did she wee herself?
Oh, my.
Oh, a little French, yeah.
French.
4 years of high school French, baby.
Bodies will often evacuate.
An extra 20 years in hell just for that.
Oh, yeah, if there was one. A woman was spotted at McDonald's drive-thru buying ice cream for her horse that was in the back seat of her car. The woman said her horse loves ice cream. What you failed to mention, I would have picked anywhere but McDonald's. The ice cream machine goes down, the horse starts losing its mind, kicks out the back windows of your Kia. Some states are now ticketing people for driving slow in the left lane on interstates and highways. What you failed to mention, if you drive slow in the fast lane here in our city, you aren't going to get a ticket. You're going to get killed.
That's true.
You better do 85. We had a Dear Alley letter that deeply disturbed me about a guy who likes to giving his lady a swirly while having intimate relations.
How about that?
Well, you failed to mention, what happened to this guy in high school? Well, I could tell Ted was in the mood when earlier in the night while I was doing dishes, he came up behind me and gave me a power wedgie followed by a wet willy. So I knew the swirly was right around the bend.
Some sort of sexual bully.
Right, exactly.
Weird.
Oh, you guys saw this. Buzz Aldrin got married at the age of 93. 93. Well, you failed to mention he's so old that instead of consummating the marriage, they had to consummate the marriage. They can't bone it out in the bedroom, so instead they bone brothed it out in the dining room.
Okay.
And finally...
You don't got a lot of consommé jokes.
No, you don't.
A lot of cooks out there going, oh, finally.
And finally, a crack pipe was found in a woman's vagina while being searched, being booked into jail. What you failed to mention, the woman claims the crack pipe isn't hers. She's just holding it for her friend's vagina. I'm Jeff Oskey, and this has been the news that we failed to mention.
All right. Very nice, Jeffrey.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Oh,
Here's this. He mentioned this story. It's a bill that would increase the fines for people driving slow in the left lane in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I guess they've already got one bill in place, but these people want to increase the fine level, apparently.
Yeah, from $25 up to $100, giving most of the money to the State Highway Patrol.
Huh, okay.
So what they should do now is legalize pot. And then you'll have...
somewhere... Yeah.
They'll raise a lot more money.
Because a lot more people are driving slow.
In the left lane.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind
We were talking about Jess Hooker's road rage the other day on the show. That's mine. When you start driving slow in the fast lane, you can't get around people, especially on a 2-lane road. Ooh, people don't do that.
All right.
Or don't run late. Think about it. When you're mad in traffic, it's mostly because of something you're either running late.
What's wrong with you today?
People can't drive.
People are fine.
Driving? No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're dumb.
No. I think that's the only thing people, Tom and I agree on. Yeah.
I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt.
They're on the phone.
Well, aren't you sweet?
They are on the phone.
You're living in a
there's a place up here. There's a place up here that you can only turn left on that special left lane light that goes up, and it's about 3 seconds long. And if you're behind the guy and they're on their phone and it goes. Then it goes yellow, then it goes red, and then they go.
Yeah, you're right. I'm against phones.
And you're stuck? Okay, sorry.
Don't do that.
Wait, didn't you say that you want to have a little camera on your phone of what the road in front of you looks like? So you can text and drive. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, my gosh. You said that?
Yeah, you said like 3 months ago that you want to have a little camera on your phone of what's in front of your car so you can text and drive and know when to go.
Exactly. I don't think you're describing my concept, and I do mean concept. It's not really just an idea. It's much higher. It's like gravity.
They have rear
if you were texting at the light, there'd be a sensor device. So as soon as that thing does go green, it would tell you.
It's just going to encourage more texting.
Yes.
Yeah, don't text and drive.
My people need to hear from me.
Because if they don't hear from him, all is lost.
It's not like you're in your car for an hour at a time.
I know. I'm just kidding. Christy, I know you're a big zoo person. And
Yeah.
we were talking about. We're going to all have to take this gorilla test.
I'm not taking a gorilla test.
What is the test?
They're just mimicking behavior. It's not a big deal.
I don't want to be watching these gorillas and going, man, they have a more productive life than I do.
That gorilla got more done.
Yes.
Drives a better car.
They're saying that these apes make certain gestures between themselves, and they sort of they figured out a way to describe them, and they show people these gestures, and most human beings are what was it? How many percentage?
Over 50%, 55%.
Knew what they meant.
But I think that's pretty common. I mean, I think that would make sense.
Yeah. Well, of course, but they're saying that this is a trait that perhaps we had a common ancestor millions of years ago that was doing this stuff. I think it's kind of interesting.
But I think we all knew that we had a common.
No, that many people don't agree with that. All right. Okay, here's another one for you. Did you see that? About this gorilla statue?
No.
Police in Maryland, we had the missing wiener statue earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very controversial in West Virginia. And we had the missing wiener statue, which has been found, and it turns out that particular wiener statue is available online. And I guess many independent restaurants use the wiener statue.
And in many different sizes, apparently.
Yes. There's a full size, and it'd be fun to have one in here, except they're like $3,500.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Absolutely worth
it. Okay. Police in Maryland are looking for a suspect who stole a gorilla statue. Montgomery County Police say the man was captured on security cameras driving up to the Design Emporium antique store and removing the statue from the front of the store, loaded the gorilla onto his truck, and drove off.
Man.
The shop's owner told WUSA TV,
"We're America,"
that the gorilla was recently sold to a woman planning to open a hotel.
Oh, okay.
But they have not. Kind of nice.
Okay.
Kind of nice.
Would you want to stay at a hotel with a nice big gorilla in the lobby?
Sure.
It'd be fun.
I bet that little the little curio shop behind the front desk has bananas in it. I bet.
No doubt.
Always stocked.
Can you climb on the gorilla? Can you like grab its shoulder and kind of push yourself up and then take a picture? You're doing the kind of rabbit ears behind his head?
I would hope so.
That'd be a real good time.
That or a putt-putt course, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Between his legs?
You putt between the gorilla's legs.
All good ideas.
By the way, speaking of gorillas, this just broke on Twitter. I don't know why people put this up right now, but it is. If you look, it looks like it's someone driving a golf cart. I wonder who it is. Oh, it's an orangutan driving a golf cart.
Okay, it is very silly.
And he's having the best time.
I really enjoy it.
That's a very big sand trap he's in, by the way.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, he's quite a good driver.
He's a great driver.
He's focused.
Look, he's got both hands on the
Yeah,
wheel.
look, he's checking his
mirrors.
blind spots.
That's a nice golf cart.
And it's a classic Clint Eastwood co-star gorilla.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Orang.
It's
I'm sorry. You're right.
Wait a minute. His hands are off the wheel.
He's scratching.
He's scratching.
Yeah, well, that happens.
He's still in
now
control.
he's steering again.
He's steering again, yeah.
If he goes through a drive-through, I'm going to lose my mind.
Hi, you guys got bananas? Yeah, give me all the bananas.
I heard the McRib is back.
There's like a minute left on this. I don't know where he's going or where he is.
He's just having a seaside cruise.
Yeah, he's by an ocean somewhere.
If he pulls a cigarette out and just starts enjoying
I won't be able to take it.
Oh, man.
Well, remember that? Do you remember that thing a few years ago? Where was that? Was it in Hong Kong? Or?
I think it was in Thailand. The gorilla's got a smoking habit because some kid made him do it as a trick.
It wasn't a gorilla.
People were heaving cigarettes into the cages.
Right,
I
they
think
were
it was
throwing.
a chimpanzee.
And they became addicted to the nicotine.
The St. Louis Zoo used to have a beer-guzzling, smoking gorilla.
What?
And eventually died, of course. And then they stuffed it and they put it in the children's zoo part of the. And we would go look at it. And my dad would go, man, we used to watch this thing drink beer and smoke. And one of the zoo workers goes, no, that never happened. And this old guy standing next to us goes, it absolutely happened. We all. And then you can look it up. And there's a picture of him drinking a beer.
Zoos have come a long way since
Yes, yeah.
Nobody said anything.
You wouldn't think a beer would hurt. One beer's not going to hurt a gorilla.
Oh, my goodness.
One beer of 600 days in a row, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
That'll
It became quite dependent on them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're gonna get addicted to the nicotine.
Yeah, but there's an old black and white photo of a...
Okay, here we go. This may be it. It says, a video of a smoking orangutan has brought more criticism to an Indonesian zoo.
Oh, yeah.
The video taken, a man is seen flicking a half-smoked cigarette into the primate's enclosure. He picks it up and expertly puffs on it. The crowd goes nuts.
I'm telling you, I don't think this should happen, but I would go nuts. Would you cheer and laugh?
No.
And I know it shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Okay, now, based on this picture, Christy, this is unbelievable. Can you see this, Christy? This ape is not smoking to lose weight.
Okay, first of all, they're not apes. They're orangutans.
Aren't they anthropoid apes? Isn't that their classification? Well, this is
caught up in this.
I don't know.
Chick, you can't sit there and pretend like you wouldn't laugh or at least smile at a smoking monkey.
And orangutans do get big.
I don't think I would. I really don't.
Godwin?
I'd laugh.
Yeah. Does he have like a mug of coffee? Like it looks like he's having a rough day.
Man, oh man. Paging through a newspaper.
Poor orang.
Call me John Daly.
Okay, now here we go. Here's another one. This is from, you need to help me, Josh. Is it Pyongyang, North Korea?
It is.
Pyongyang has a star. He is a chimpanzee named Azalea.
Oh.
It's they refer to him here in the headline as Azalea the Smoking Chimp.
That's the one I was thinking about.
See, Chick's laughing.
I'm laughing at you laughing.
It says he's become the favorite in the North Korean capital.
Of course.
The 19-year-old female chimpanzee smokes a pack a day.
No,
that's no good, guys.
terrible.
You can't do that.
This is all horrible.
Boy, would it make you laugh.
It's also, this is, now see, Christy, he's also Kim Jong-un's top advisor.
That I believe.
I need to know. I'm sorry. I know that we got it. Does he light his own cigarettes?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Does somebody help him? Does
trying
he
to
have a
find-
big banana lighter?
I hope he has a Zippo.
Willie, look at this. He's puffing away.
It looks like that meme of Ben Affleck having a bad day smoking a cigarette.
I bet he can strike a match.
Okay, wait a second. Hang on. You know that thing people do where they have a one lit cigarette?
And then they light another one?
They light another one by pushing the one.
Sure.
That's what she's doing in this photo.
Just chain smoking away.
He looks like he's working a double at a diner.
It says the star of the country's capital zoo has taught herself how to light her own cigarettes.
It's so bad.
Wow.
This needs to be seen.
It's a beautiful.
Oh, it's really horrifying.
Of course it is.
Okay, so sorry. I don't know how we got on that topic. I blame myself. Now, what's coming up? The teaser, please, Christy.
Coming up, we still have that millionaire trying to spend money to find the fountain of youth. And when I say money, I'm like $2 million a year.
It's fascinating what he's doing. But right now, I want to help you out because just around the corner, of course, it's Valentine's Day. Steven Singer has got the answer for you, of course. And this time specifically, any kind of jewelry is always going to be big on Valentine's Day. But Steven Singer has something special. Perry is her name, and Perry isn't really a she. Perry is a beautiful rose, and it's a rose that lasts forever because it's an American Beauty rose dipped and trimmed in pure 24-karat gold. This year it's called Perry after the color periwinkle, which apparently is a flower and also some kind of a sea creature. In any event, it's a beautiful bluey, purpley, violety, indigo. I don't know what color you'd call it. It's so pretty. You can see it.
Would you look it up instead of
I showed it to him yesterday. It's really pretty.
Well, how would you describe it?
Goofball.
It's like a blue-violet sparkling.
That's what I just said. Blue, violet, purpley, indigo. I think it's go to Sherwin-Williams. You can ask for that. It's the perfect addition to that collection of these beautiful gold-dipped roses. You'll find it exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. By the way, all jewelry has Steven Singer's famous guarantee, and everything you get, including these beautiful roses, of course, free shipping. So get that order in prior to 2 o'clock today. It'll go out today. They start at $59. A great gift for your sweetheart. Real Jewelers, real roses dipped in real gold for your real love from Steven Singer. You'll find him, of course, at IHateStevenSinger.com. Knock that off right now, and you can get it out of the way. IHateStevenSinger.com.
What was I doing?
I'm just telling you.
Knock it off.
Just one thing, a box you can check and get it done. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, if you had millions upon millions of dollars and you wanted to live forever, would you be willing to have an enema every day or maybe get x-rayed constantly?
I know I'd have an army of smoking monkeys. That's parading around.
Bring out, but you'd never get anything done because you'd be laughing so hard.
Cram their feet into little shoes, maybe have them dress up like bellboys from the 20s.
Now we're on to something.
Oh, the little cap. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
What we gonna do? I think we're gonna do a little song. All right. About your britches, baby. About your britches. About your britches. Monday, Tuesday, hump day is halfway. Sticking to the pig, popping in the bank. Saturday's coming quicker than a thing. 48 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't come I can't move on, attention is long gone. Suits are players, wallets in shape. The only thing left is a little manscape. 24 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, it's my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't come Gonna blow a wad on you. 24 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, it's my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, you know. I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, it's my best suit, baby. Come in my I'll pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, you know. I can't wait, baby. I'm so excited, you know. I can't wait, baby. I'm so excited. I hope that I don't come too soon. Oh, dang.
Fantastic. Here come the mummies.
And not, who inspired songs like Tiny Dancer, Candle in the Wind, and Benny and the Jets. And Vicki Lawrence, Julie Andrews, and Lily Tomlin are among the celebrities who will help Carol Burnett celebrate her 90th birthday with a TV special. Ellen DeGeneres, Laura Dern, Marissa Tomei. The list goes on and on and on. Carol Burnett, 90 Years of Laughter and Love will air on Burnett's birthday, April 26th on NBC. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Oh, I meant to tell y'all, old Big D is sure hooked on watching that Yellowstone regular. I don't think she can go 5 minutes without carrying on about Rip Wheeler, Kevin Costner breaking the horse. What I don't get is Yellowstone Ranch is over 500 acres, and outside of a few trees and 40 head of cattle, they got all that room to spread out, yet nobody seems to get along. But then again, I get the same feeling when I watch Fox and Friends.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
She's the love of your life, and you want to make her feel special on Valentine's Day. Gentlemen, if you're looking for a romantic gift this Valentine's Day, then Frigamall Florist has the gift for you. It's our I Know I'm Not Going to Get Any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. Yes, for just $59.95, you can send her the I Know I'm Not Going to Get Any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. The I Know I'm Not Going to Get Any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet proclaims your lust for her in the most romantic way possible. The bouquet of lovely fresh flowers says, let's do it, and my loins ache. Your wedding vows didn't include a vow of chastity, but you're not going to see any action unless you act now. So pick up the phone and order the I Know I'm Not Going to Get Any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet right now. That's the I Know I'm Not Going to Get Any for a month unless I order you some flowers bouquet. With one phone call, you can cover your ass and get some ass. It's a win-win. Call now, because when Cupid shoots his arrow on February 14th, you won't be shooting anything unless you get her some flowers.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's the best. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Hey. There's, who is that? Pat Godwin in the performance room. Hey, chick. There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. Hi, chick. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold. Hey, man. I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chickster.
Yes, sir.
Probably maybe get some music out of Mr. Godwin. Pat Godwin tonight on stage, Youngstown, Ohio, at the famous Funny Farm. And 2 shows tomorrow, Pat?
Yeah, 2 big shows.
Those are going to be some great shows. And you can see Patty G. Call for reservations. Pat, is anything you particularly you want to sing about tonight?
I know my friend wanted to sing when you were talking about the pasta. He has
Yes?
a how to cook pasta song. It's very simple.
Really?
So let me get him in here for you.
All right.
Luigi! What? Hey, everybody, it's me, Luigi Accusatore. I've been waiting back here all day.
Luigi, good to see you.
Luigi
Good to see you.
Accusatore.
Good to be seen.
Yeah, we had a
Good to
very
be
nice
out.
news story. I love the news story. No one else cared about it.
No.
About these 2 new pastas you can get here in the United States. Very exciting.
It's a game changer. 2 game changers.
And there is a podcast by Dan Pashman called The Sporkful.
Oh, man.
Which they talk about great
I
food
listened to every episode 3 times. Just
well,
so I don't miss
they
anything.
invented they had engineers and scientists and
Wouldn't you rather have the sauce than the pasta part?
that's the whole point, Christy. The new Cascatelli pasta. It's designed to hold more sauce.
Yeah,
as
but you
eat
still get more pasta, I guess.
You want to know how to cook a pasta?
Sure.
How do you cook a pasta?
I'll tell you in the form of a song. Here we go. Linguini, fettuccine, 11 minutes to 13. Spaghetti, vermicelli, 8 to 10, it's in your belly. Penny or rigatoni, 7 to 9, leave it alone. Anything over 15, your mama started bitchy. She say, Fungala, you ruined the pasta, stay out of my kitchen. That's how you do it. Right?
Well, thank you, Luigi.
All right, goodbye, I gotta go.
Is your girlfriend with you,
Are
Luigi?
handcuffs necessary?
Is your girlfriend with
She's
you?
always with me in my heart, but not with me physically today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's Gina Statutory. She's a grad school.
Okay.
Sure.
She's a grad student. Did you say grad student?
Yeah, I did. She's a 27.
Hasn't always been.
She's grading papers right now. I don't know why you guys aren't excited about this pasta.
I don't either.
Well, look, we're fine with it. Fine with it. I mean,
it's boring for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had stories about Slim Jims and pasta, and you're just sitting over there as if you don't care.
What are you suggesting?
Oh, you told me you weren't going to do any more jokes like that.
I didn't joke. I'm saying I thought I find.
I didn't even see that one.
Josh and I have one unusual thing about food in common.
What's that?
We both love Chef Boyardee canned ravioli.
That's right. It's the best ravioli out there.
No.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Including all the restaurants.
Better than any restaurant ravioli I've ever had.
There is some scientific thing about this when you cook spaghetti and then the next. No, hear me out here. If you take spaghetti and you put it in with the sauce and put it in the fridge overnight, the next day it's a whole new eating experience.
Yeah, I think Alton Brown did 2 or 3 shows about that.
It's true.
Chemical reaction takes place. And it's better
delightful.
the next day. Yeah.
I think that the Chef Boyardee ravioli, for some reason, captures.
Because it sits in the can all the time.
You like it in the can all the time, do you?
No.
Not all the time.
No.
Just on birthdays and special occasions.
stop.
Days that end with Y.
Maybe a few years ago, a certain time of the month.
See, I told you guys if you'd embraced my pasta stories, we wouldn't be doing this. Okay, Christy, what else have you got?
A middle-aged tech millionaire is spending $2 million a year on a team of doctors to make him younger. According to Bloomberg, 45-year-old Brian Johnson undergoes a relentless regime in an effort to have the
Not
brain,
that Brian Johnson.
Oh, sorry.
brain, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, tendons, teeth, skin, hair, bladder, penis, and rectum of an 18-year-old. Why wouldn't you just say the whole body of an 18-year-old?
Because it's much funnier if you say
Penis and rectum?
he wants the rectum of an 18-year-old on himself.
With a
I want to
team
make
of-
that very clear.
Right.
Oh, I see. He's not asking for the rectum.
Yes, there are many millionaires.
Bring me the rectum of an 18-year-old.
Chop, chop.
There are many millionaires who probably more than often than not get the rectum of a...
With a team of 30 doctors, Johnson is the guinea pig for the anti-aging experiments under the name Project Blueprint. He is restricted to a 1,977 vegan calorie-a-day diet, consumes 24 supplements and medicines every day, exercises for an hour 3 times a week. It says exercises an hour a day 3 times a week and gets regular blood tests, MRIs, ultrasounds, and colonoscopies.
This guy's diet is so strict. Tom Brady went to him and said, "Hey, live a little."
But I mean, do you need to get a colonoscopy more than
once a year?
I mean, even that would be extreme unless I've had a history. As far as I know, I'm not a doctor. Obviously, talk to a qualified physician. But no, I mean, I know. I had mine, and she said, "Yeah, come back in 5 years."
Yeah, exactly.
But
Johnson's team says his tests show that he has reduced his overall biological age by at least 5 years.
No kidding.
He has taken 33,537 images of his bowels, discovered that his eyelashes are shorter than average, and probed the thickness of his carotid artery.
Wait a minute. No, so more than 33,000 images of his bowels. Now, is that
It's a hell of a photo album.
Yeah, you go over to his house. Do you want to see my gallery?
Blasts his pelvic floor with electromagnetic pulses to improve muscle tone. That's a big thing now for a lot of people.
Well,
That's not just him.
It increases orgasm, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Oh, I don't know about that. I know that there's this contraption now you can...
What is that now?
Well, you could do it.
Remember those old weight loss
I know
things?
a clinic right now. You put this belt thing, and it fires your stomach muscles. So it's like you're doing 20,000
clench up or something.
crunches in like 20 minutes.
But then the cherry on top is the following sentence.
Okay, and then, the electromagnetic pulses to improve muscle tone in hard-to-reach places, and has a device that counts the number of his nighttime erections.
How about that?
Is it a device or just a guy? Just a guy. 3,
Counting.
4.
He writes it down. 3:47 a.m. Erection number 2.
The doctor who's
Are we
ahead
gonna
of
count
this.
that one? Okay.
The doctor who's ahead of the study said, quote, "We have not achieved any remarkable results. In Brian, we have achieved small, reasonable results, and that is to be expected."
Isn't there something to be said for not wasting your time on all this and living while you're young and alive?
This guy, he made tons of money. I think
And a payment thing on online payments or
900
something.
million or something.
Yeah.
And but he was very unhappy, depressed, and overweight.
Gotcha.
So now he's obviously gone to extreme measures.
Right.
There's a picture of the guy. He looks real fit.
Handsome man?
He's an okay looking guy. He's got a mullet, which kind of surprises us.
We're kind of in.
Yeah.
The mullet is back?
In a sense, yeah, in a way.
Okay.
His hair looks better now than it did.
May I see this, gentleman?
There he is.
He looks fake.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, in one of the pictures, he kind of looks like an android.
Yeah.
He's got, you can see, it says you can see all his veins and everything because his body fat is at 5%.
5%.
Oh, my gosh.
Yikes.
So, anyway.
Ace, he's the color of Data from...
Yeah. I've seen a picture.
Yeah.
And he's got all of these on his abs. He has a lot of red spots from where he's doing all these things with that electromagnetic pulse deal.
Huh. Does he have any friends?
He doesn't have time to have friends, Tom.
Okay, I'm just asking.
His doctors are his friends.
The irony would be if this poor guy gets hit by a bus.
Yeah, exactly. That's the... You can plan...
Nice looking corpse.
You can plan all you want, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
This seems to be an extreme reaction. I think it's probably from his high school buddies calling him needle dick all those years.
That'll wear on you.
Okay, I just made that up.
It'll take a toll, will it?
When we come back, what have you got, Christy?
Coming up, we have a guy returning money to an Indiana McDonald's, $5,000 worth. That's a heck of a
I think you gave me the wrong change.
Yeah.
This has happened before, and it always happens the same way. They put their money into one of their bags.
Yeah, so you don't get robbed.
They put it in a fast food bag,
Yeah.
and then it gets lost in the shuffle. But a nice, honest guy. It's a good story. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Daddy worked to feed us kids. Nobody worked harder than Daddy did in an old chicken house that was dusty and scalding hot. And then the steak came along and busted Daddy on 600 pounds of pot. And Mama cooked in the kitchen. Lord, I can still smell the chicken. She was active in her church and kept our torn breeches stitched. And then the steak came along, and it turns out Mama was a satanic voodoo witch. Crazy people raising babies around Rottweilers with rabies. Sometimes folks you thought were wholesome wind up doing time in Folsom. Was Sister really teaching scripture at the Sunday school? They're swapping naked pictures with a heroin mule. Was she cutting up collards and boiling corn? Or making $1 million in computer porn? Daddy worked, still selling grass. Mama jerked a knot in Sister's ass. And we all did the best we could, which wasn't very good. And it kind of fades out there.
Doesn't fade out.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, you are. Thanks to Jeff Oskey for stopping by and filling us in on the news that we failed to mention coming up on Monday. Greg Warren, I almost said Kostaki. Greg Warren on Monday with another edition of the Warren Report, and Kostaki coming up on Tuesday. We will be finalizing the 2 NFL teams going to the Super Bowl with the championship games this weekend. 4 teams left, 2 games on Sunday, and Kostaki will be here on Tuesday to talk about it. But don't forget to tune in on Monday with Greg Warren and the Warren Report. And more importantly, Chick McGee and Bob and Tom's reaction, Christy, Chick, everyone that's around about the great games this weekend on Sunday. We'll be talking about it Monday morning with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Have a great Friday afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. Reach out to those you love you haven't talked to in a while. What are you waiting for? Give them a call and say hello. And again, have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here Monday morning with Greg Warren talking about who's going to the Super Bowl and you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A University of Michigan student is one of the world's foremost speed cubers, a person capable of quickly solving a Rubik's Cube. He's also an accomplished violinist. Stanley Chappell says the two fields go hand in hand. The violin has aided in his speed cubing success. The 21-year-old is the world champion in 2 categories of blindfolded speed cubing. You heard me. Factoring in the time it takes for him to review the cube before placing the blindfold over his eyes, Chappell can solve one in around 17 seconds. The junior majoring in violin performance intends to defend his titles later this year in South Korea. Of course, he attends the University of Michigan. Tom loves him. Public water agencies in California will be getting more water from the state because of the recent heavy rains. That's the good news. State officials on Thursday said public water agencies will be getting 30% of what they asked for. If that doesn't sound like a lot, they were only going to be getting 5% that state officials had announced just in December. A series of powerful storms dumped an estimated 32 trillion gallons of water on California in just the last 3 weeks. The deluge has helped replenish the state's reservoirs that had been at dangerously low levels. State officials warn dry conditions could return. Still 2 months left in the state of California's rainy season. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God. You can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Time now for Flash Traffic with the fastest man in the world, 9-time Olympic gold medalist Carl Lewis.
And now we go to our flash traffic reporter, Carl Lewis, with traffic on the west side.
Hey, Bob and Tom. I'm on the west side, and traffic looks great. Now I'm going to run over to the far east side and take a look at traffic conditions over there. Okay, I'm on the east side now. Everything looks smooth over here. Want me to check the north side?
Sure, Carl.
All right, here we go. Oh, guys, traffic is running off fine up here up north. Anything else you need?
Listen, Carl, could you check south side traffic? I know it's a long way. You could also pick up an iced tea for me, venti green iced tea at Starbucks on your way, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's a little step, but I'll get there. Oh, my goodness, that was kind of a detour, but here, 2 Splendids just like you like it.
Thank you very much, Carl. Carl, could you come back to the studio to sign some photos for us?
Oh, okay, I can do that. Sure thing, Tom. Oh, made it. All right, give me a pen.
This has been Flash Traffic with Carl Lewis.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
The I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. Ace, once again, doing visual things just for the people on YouTube, I guess. Waving his 20 around. He's never had a happier day.
My fin.
I think that's
Yeah, fit is a 5.
I think it's a 5.
My 4 fins, yeah.
Oh, that's freaky. My 4 fins.
Where are we? News? Is that what we're doing?
We can.
All right.
I thought my dad's gone. I was going to tell his deepest, darkest secrets.
Oh,
What do you guys say about
yeah,
that?
please.
Because I'm sure he's not listening in the car.
Let's do the top 3. Start with 3.
Doesn't he have 2 pee holes?
Yes.
He has you know what the thing? There's kind of like 3, and he's got a series of small corks that he uses.
Oh, that is fascinating.
I like it better Q&A style. You guys just want to keep this going, throw it at me.
Oh, boy.
Isn't it true he has a full head of hair, but he wears a skull cap? Isn't
That's
that right?
true.
Yeah.
He wears a bald cap and then has fake hair over.
Just for-
What? He has
just for the
beautiful
jokes.
hair, but he
Yeah.
thinks that comedically it wouldn't work if he was as handsome as he truly is.
Wow. What a sacrifice.
Saves it just for his lady, doesn't
Talk about commitment to the bit.
I know.
Authorities in Louisiana were relieved to find that
It's Louisiana.
Authorities in Louisiana
See?
were relieved to find that a suspected explosive device was just an egg.
All right.
The St. Mary Parish Sheriff's Office said it received a call about an unknown possible explosive device that was found at a home in Amelia. Investigators said the home's owner claimed to have received threats against her life, while a video showed an object wrapped in a bandana that had been placed under the home.
Oh, okay. So she couldn't see the egg.
Right. After evacuating the area, authorities located the object and discovered it was an egg. Residents were allowed to return to their homes after they were told there was no threat to the public. And once again, I have not all of the facts, so who knows what the heck that's all about.
An egg. That's an expensive fake bomb.
Prices these days.
Weren't they going to, did I see that they're going to conduct a Senate investigation, price gouging in eggs?
I did see
Oh, no
that.
kidding.
See this? Yeah.
The chickens.
The chickens are up to
The chickens
something?
went, you know what? We squeeze these out of our asses all day. I want a little take.
They're making a little chicken union. And
Yeah.
they have little picket signs.
Unfair.
And they make them out of lollipops. It's very cute.
Well,
Hey, we won't lay.
when do we want it? No. But the cows have signs for Chick-fil-A. Why
Sure.
can't the chickens have signs?
Yeah.
They do. They should organize
That's
a
exactly
real animal farm situation.
Damn right.
In Elkhart, Indiana, there's a story of an Indiana man going viral. He returned $5,000 to a McDonald's after finding the money with his takeout order.
Indiana man and an Indiana McDonald's.
An Indiana dad. Joshua Vargas shared the discovery in a TikTok video, which shows him holding the plastic bags of cash and asking aloud, quote, "Why would you do this to me? Do you know how bad I want this money?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's Josiah. That's his name. I said Joshua, didn't I? Josiah Vargas.
It's the same thing.
Realizing the money was likely the store's bank deposit, Vargas went back to the restaurant and returned the bags of cash to the employees.
What a good man.
He jokingly asked them, quote, "You guys laundering money out here?" In the now viral clip, Vargas shared that he got free McDonald's for a month.
A month? I would have gone a year.
And $200, though.
Oh, hey.
Well, I still would have gone a year. It's on us, pal, for a year.
and $1,000.
I would only do this.
Way more than...
I got the bag. I hold all the.
So you would extort them, is what you're saying.
That's called leverage.
It's not extortion. It's more like a Shark Tank situation. I'm going, I'll give you $5,000 if you give me 5% of your French fries every day for the next year.
Well, that's nice.
A royalty. Yeah.
As you can imagine, the store owner was very happy
I bet.
for his actions and said it inspires us to all do the right thing.
And I want to sit down with Ronald. I got some things to discuss.
What would you discuss with Ronald?
We got to get rid of that grimace, don't we? He's up to no good.
Fix those ice
Can we
cream
bring the snack wraps back?
Yes.
That's what, yes. It would be something food related.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
I do.
another one item on a conversation with Ronald.
Yep.
Is the Ronald McDonald sitting on a bench in a compromising, what turns out to be a compromising position? Is that all across the country? Or
How's he
just-
compromising? He has his arm out.
He has his arm out
And then
and his leg crossed.
his leg crossed.
Right, but then you could go over like this.
Well, if you can do that to any statue.
and then people take pictures, and it's hilarious.
That's not Ronald's fault.
No.
Oh, you're saying it's my fault?
He's like
Yes.
he's presenting.
Yes.
No, he isn't.
It looks like
He's casual.
I heard him say plainly, "Open for business."
Oh, you did not.
And he just, the smile, he's having the time of his life.
Yeah.
No one's having that much fun on a bench.
I think the original Ronald McDonald had a drink cup for a nose.
No.
I swear I remember that.
Was it one of the first Ronald McDonald's Willard Scott?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Boy, oh boy.
It was a scary looking clown, I'll tell you that.
Boy, I can remember as a kid, my uncle, he was a franchise owner of a McDonald's.
Yeah.
And on Thanksgiving, they were always closed. But we would go to the store. He would open up the store and we'd bring some of that orange drink home. Remember the orange drink?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I thought it was the most exciting, cool thing ever because I got to go in the back door of the McDonald's.
That's awesome.
Go in and get that orange drink out of that machine that was going, you know how it used to run all the time?
That's what I would do. If I get the $5,000, I'm bringing it back, but I say, you give me just one morning, and I get to go back there, I get a freestyle. I get to make McGriddles the way I want to.
Okay.
I think I could really change their menu up a little bit.
That's horrifying.
That is Willard Scott, and he has a small drink cup for a nose.
Chick, you're right. It is as scary.
That is horrible. That is like an it clown.
It's scarier than any clown I've ever seen.
And he has a tray for a hat.
Oh my gosh!
I think it's a tray.
Will you look at that?
It's
that black and white photo. You have to post on your Instagram.
You have to post that.
Hi, kids.
That
it's horrifying.
That is terrible.
Was it V Chick McGee?
At the Chick McGee, yeah.
Yes.
Can I show you where we hide the McRib sauce?
Oh.
Gacy looked friendlier than.
Yikes. Legislators in Oregon are considering a bill that would ban products that contain kangaroo parts.
Well, I'm for this, I guess.
I didn't know they needed a bill for it.
Well, let's take a think about the alternative. Hang on a second.
Those backing the proposal aim to ban the sale of any part of a dead kangaroo or any product containing a part of a dead kangaroo. Scott Beckstead, director of campaigns for the Center for Humane Economy,
Beckstead's behind this,
said the only product made from dead kangaroos that is routinely sold in Oregon is shoes. And specifically, guess which ones?
Kangaroos?
Nikes.
No. A type of shoe, not a brand name.
A boot. A slipper?
Heels.
Soccer cleats.
Huh. Really?
Had no idea.
Son of a gun.
Should the bill pass?
Gives you hops.
Yeah, better headers.
Gives you big time hops.
Should the bill pass, violators could be charged with a misdemeanor and spend up to a year in jail or face a $6,250 fine. First popularized in the 1970s, the cleats are made from kangaroo leather and are now sold by many athletic apparel companies, including Oregon-based Nike.
I worked for Rolling Sporting Goods for years, and there was a great glove out there, and it was like a very light tan, and we were told to tell people, hey, that's Kip leather, and finally, I asked somebody in the glove department, I go, what is Kip exactly? And he said it was kangaroo. Really? And I don't know if it was true or not, but he goes, that's why we say Kip. Because people would be put off if it's kangaroo leather.
This wouldn't be the first time. California has also prohibited the sale of kangaroo-based products. They did it 50 years ago. Although the Los Angeles Times reports that lawmakers temporarily suspended the ban twice at the urging of the Australian government. So apparently the Australian government is for this practice. Maybe they have down there, kangaroos are like squirrels. They have so many.
Don't they say they're like deer and that they
really are
have to control the population?
Yeah.
There are many car wrecks.
Many.
They'll jump right into your sunroof.
Yeah, you run over a kangaroo, you'll hear about it.
If you're driving and a kangaroo jumps and then jumps in the sunroof, hey man, how you doing? And then you two go on a buddy adventure together. How fun.
And you have kangaroo.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen.
You have Kangaroo Jack's, what you have.
Yeah.
A big-time movie.
And we don't need that.
Coming up, we're going to talk about some of the wealthiest pets on social media.
This should be infuriating.
There's a dog worth $12 billion.
You'd be surprised. You know, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do great things. But sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way you want to. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you. Because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take everything life throws at you. BetterHelp has connected over 3 million people with licensed therapists. It's convenient, secure, and accessible anywhere, 100% online. but has the benefits of in-person therapy. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and if needed, switch therapist at any time for no additional charge. It's convenient, flexible, affordable. If you want to live a more empowered life through BetterHelp, they can help you get there. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Visit them today at betterhelp.com/BT Show to get 10% off your month. That's betterhelp.com/BTS Show. Empower your life through therapy and BetterHelp.
Is your cat rich? We'll tell you when we...
No, he just married to a man named Rich. Thank you for asking.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom.
Anyway, this song. Mike, if you're out there. Hey, little buddy. Don't even worry. Everything is going to be okay. I could have told you when you started making money that the world was going to treat you this way. Forget your first wife, she was no good for you. She was a gold-digging bitch and her mom was too. Hey, Iron Mike. Don't let them get you down. Hey, little buddy, don't look uneasy. You just keep your eyes fixed on this fight. If that mean old Don King don't give us back all of your money, I say that you and I, we just go take it back some night. You're still the champ, man. Everybody knows you are. Come on, Iron Mike, let's take the Porsche down to the titty bar. Come on, champ. Come on. Hey, little buddy, don't get angry. God, please, at least not at me. I'm right behind you all the way. Oh, compadre, you just say whatever you want to, and I will agree. Who washed every car in this 10-car garage? Who carries the boombox in this entourage? Me, Mike. God damn it. Me.
Oh, God. Todd Snyder.
Bob and Tom.
One of my Instagram follows is called History Photographed, and yesterday they had pictures of Hitler and Stalin when they were like 11, 12 years old. It was creepy, but
Together?
it was interesting. No, they weren't together. They were together.
They were at the most hateful summer camp
But
ever.
Start with the canoes upside down. No.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Oh, he was so sweet. It was our first date, and he went all out.
He bought me dinner, he got me drunk, and then I got bald.
Oh, did you ever? It was perfect.
Britney Spears recently shocked the world with her latest fashion statement. A completely shaved head. Now, to commemorate Britney's new look, Bob and Tom Labs is proud to introduce their new perfume, Bald. B-A-L-D. Bald. A fragrance for today's unraveling woman. She's kooky, she's crazy, and she's getting bald.
Tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and she'll definitely be getting bald.
What woman wouldn't love to get bald?
My wife and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary soon. I thought she'd be thrilled when I told her she was gonna get bald, but she just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Okay, almost everybody wants to get bald. Be sure to get some today. Just look for the slick box, and you'll know you're getting bald. B-A-L-D. Bald.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Josh Arnold's got the bouncies.
Hey, chick. It's the music.
Okay. He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
You're so cute.
The perfect amount of...
I'm Chick McGee. Tom on assignment until for the foreseeable future is what I understand. No, he's flying somewhere and he's got to meet the Pope or something. I don't know.
The Pope said, hey, look. It's time.
Look, we need to...
He would pick up our treat.
We need to talk.
Yeah.
No, I think our treat was Jeff Oskey.
Yes, yeah.
We get that every week.
Yeah, well, we get a treat every week, don't we?
Christy?
Just like we get a treat every day with your
joke of the day.
We're just drowning in treats.
You're going to love this one.
Almost too good to be true.
Cats.com has released the list of the wealthiest and most influential pets in the world.
Oh, so not just cats, though.
Not just cats.
What, chick, what would you say? You're careful. You're talking about the pets I'm going to marry.
That's exactly right. As soon as I get that law passed.
The highest earning pet in the world is a Pomeranian known as Jif Pom.
Jif Pom.
Who allegedly makes $32,906 per social media post.
Whoa.
Yeah. In addition to 10 million followers, Jif Pom's resume includes 2 Guinness World Records and an appearance in Katy Perry's music video for Dark.
I see.
Huh. I didn't get this. I looked it up. This thing is just wildly cute, and it's wearing a little T-shirt, and it's got a little necklace on. I mean, boy, this thing is. It looks like an Italian-American guy going out to a nightclub in New Jersey. It is
Those little puffballs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pomeranians are also yappers.
Does it have does it have the man bun on top there, where it has a little strand of hair straight up on top of its head?
Yep, it's got it's got like that kind of that good pushback haircut.
Sure,
it looks like John Mayer on the cover of Battle Studies.
This thing looks like a teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's adorable.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I've seen this little guy. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's worth how many? How much? How many monies?
32,906 per post. And look how many posts are up. Wow.
And 10 million followers.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking these pets inherited money or something.
That's what I thought too. But hey, no, they're out there
working. They're working.
Yeah. All right.
There's a cat out there named Nala Cat, Nala, took the number 2 spot by earning $14,419 per post online. She has an estimated, I don't know what this, I'm going to say $100 million. Is that right? And has 4.3 million followers online.
Nala Cat's funny.
Nala Cat?
Very wide eyes. Sort of surprised and such.
Gravy's got rings around her.
Well, thank you.
Put Gravy's pictures up. You could start making money.
You think my cat should have a...
You're leaving money on the table, Josh.
Here's what you need to do, Josh.
Yeah.
OnlyFans for cats.
Yes.
Would that be considered kitty porn?
Possibly.
Very good.
Kittie. Kitty porn. You're leaving money on the table.
Hi, I'm not a cat. Do you guys follow any animals?
I do.
I used to follow Boo.
I follow these golden doodles.
It was a little Pomeranian. I think that Boo passed away, though.
I think Chick Palm has replaced Boo in the
I used to follow
Palm
Ham.
world.
They were corgis, Hamilton and Olivia.
Oh.
But then they got their own TV cartoon show, so I kind of got away from them.
Oh, they got too big.
They got too big for me.
Kind of like when your favorite band all of a sudden is mainstream.
It sounds like Chick is talking about Wilco.
Exactly.
They were really something before they sold out. Ham and Olivia. I miss them.
Number 3 on the list, a dog called Doug the Pug. He has 3.8 million followers and rakes in $12,890 per Instagram post.
How about that?
Dougie
Doug
the Puggy
has been featured in various music videos, Chick, including Katy Perry and Fall Out Boy's work. And also published his own New York Times.
Can't Katy Perry get
on New York Times what?
It says he has also published his own New York Times. That's all I got. But
he craps on it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I Googled Doug, and he wears a crown sometimes.
Yeah.
Kind of like that Biggie Smalls album cover.
Yeah.
But when he's not wearing the crown, he wears a cut-up watermelon as a helmet.
Yeah.
And man, this thing is cute. He looks like a football player in the 30s.
There was a dog online that had an attachment to a pumpkin. Did you see that?
No.
Like they were buddies?
Like a friendly attachment?
Like an emotional attachment
Wow.
to a pumpkin. And carried it around everywhere. And it all happened by accident. The owner didn't know he really, really liked pumpkins. And so the pumpkin, as nature, it eventually rotted.
Sure.
So he had to get him a pumpkin pillow, and that worked. He liked the pumpkin pillow, too. So.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. That's the kind of social media I'm looking at. Dogs with pumpkins.
sure.
Okay. All right.
Planetariums across the country are going to mark the 50th anniversary
Of Laser Floyd.
Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon album.
I was just making a silliness.
No, special dome experience, Josh. The music will be played with visuals of the solar system and beyond.
Is there some brouhaha about a rainbow?
Yes.
Being on the...
Well, it's a prism.
It's a prism, yeah.
I saw they did an updated logo, and it said 50, and in the O there was the rainbow, and it looks like the rainbow flag, and people thought they were making a political statement.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's just part of the...
It's just part of the artwork.
Always has been,
And
yeah.
people are going, I'm never going to listen to this woke band ever again.
No, that's exactly right.
It's a nod to the press conference EMI Records held in 1973 at the London Planetarium to present the album originally. Details on the new show will be announced later. A deluxe anniversary box set we've been referring to already. Dark Side of the Moon released on March 24th.
Awesome.
Now, Josh, were laser shows a big thing back when you were coming up?
Yeah, especially when I was like 15, 16. You could go and...
Because they were everywhere in the 80s.
Oh, they were? Okay, yeah. Yeah, they had Laser Floyd, Zeppelin Floyd, all kinds of stuff.
I never went to one. Did you go to one?
I hosted a couple of events.
Oh.
I remember Zach Galifianakis had a joke in his stand-up. He said, yeah, last night I went to the Laser Natalie Merchant show.
10,000 of them. Maniacs.
Oh, yes.
Was it just
nice?
It was for stoners, right? They were pretty open about it.
Yeah, that was kind of the,
You just go and you like recline your chair and you stare at the ceiling.
But it's amazing to be in a hall and there's 3,000 people like looking at the ceiling.
Whoa, man.
Oh, it's awesome.
You imagine going to the planetarium and hearing Dark Side of the Moon for the first time?
Yeah, no kidding.
That'd be pretty good. That would
be awesome. Yeah, I'd go to one of these. I hope they have one. I hope they have them more.
We have a great planet, a little one, but it'd be still nice. Hey, I forgot.
What?
You have a song about the pets thing, don't you?
Oh, the flip side of that, the poor pets. You want to hear about the poor pets?
No more
Poor
rich
pets.
pets.
Here we go. Got off my leash and I'm running around the hood. Barking at your window, baby. Up to no good. Yeah, I'm sniffing at your back door. Messing up your lawn. Slipped out of my collar. No one knows that I'm gone. Oh, they caught me on the corner. That's what dog catchers do. I got those dog pound blues. You know I ain't no corgi. I'm not a poodle or a pug. I'm not a sharp-haired baby with a wrinkly mug. I'm a wolfhound and a shepherd. A little bit of this and that. I'm a notorious D.O.G. Where my bitches at? I got nowhere to play. All I do is snooze. I got those dog pound blues. All right, take it, Dad. All right. Lay it down. I'm sitting in this cage, all alone and feeling blue. Here comes a nice couple. Won't you take me home with you? Yeah, my owner called me Spot. Here they call me Spike. Get me out of this place. Call me anything you like. Oh, they're gonna cut my nuts off in about a week or two. I got those dog pound blues.
Oh, nicely done, Pat.
Very good.
Good job.
Thank you.
Man.
A British company called Benhamans has developed a tractor that is powered by cow dung. Said to be the first of its kind, the liquid methane-powered T7 vehicle purportedly has as much power as a diesel, but with significantly less emissions. But terrible smell.
That's what it sounds like out in the fields?
Yep. That's the only problem they have with it.
It works by collecting waste byproducts from a herd as small as 100 cows into a biomethane storage unit.
Fire it up.
Not firing it up.
The gas called fugitive methane is treated.
The fugitive.
Yeah, my gosh. I'm glad we're doing this now.
I know.
My dad would have a stroke if we were talking about
farts and the fugitive.
Talking about the fugitive.
And by the way, you can hear my dad's new podcast, Farts and the Fugitive. It's very good. It's pretty informative.
The gas called fugitive methane is treated, compressed, and turned into low-emission fuel. Benhaman is investigating wider uses for the technology in the hopes of using it to charge electric vehicles in rural locations.
The fugitive.
Thanks.
Wow!
How'd you do that?
I'm very
a 2M
good.
production, starring David Jansen as the fugitive,
And
with
what-
guest stars Andrew Prime,
What does fugitive fuel sound like again, Chip?
Robert Keith,
Robert Keith and
The fart as the fugitive.
the only thing, the problem is the noise ordinance. That's just too loud.
Oh, boy. Hector's out there on the farm again.
There he goes.
A new study out there finds ants can be trained to detect cancer in urine.
No, they can't.
The study said they can.
I don't believe a word of
They
this.
crawl up your...
Sometimes it feels like you have ants up there when you cut off a urine stream too quickly.
Really?
It kind of has a weird feeling.
Researchers are hopeful cancer-sniffing ants have the potential.
I think that might be. That might be just you, Josh.
Well,
you ever take a piece of wire about foot and a half long and
stop,
tie it off, and sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's called sounding. It feels real good.
You want something tapered, like a chopstick, maybe? That way
Pipe
it's
cleaner?
starts smaller and gets bigger.
Boy, that's a real thing. I don't know how.
How about a Q-tip, a pipe cleaner? It is a real thing. You nut.
There's some guy out there going, the Bob and Tom Show is finally talking about my favorite thing.
Sick.
They're talking about me, honey.
I'm not one to judge, but
don't do it.
Researchers are hopeful that cancer-sniffing ants have the potential to, quote,
Did you
act
hear,
as
Josh?
efficient and inexpensive cancer biodetectors.
It's cancer.
Cancer.
let's not focus.
That is such a dark bit.
Okay. Christy's looking at her watch.
Because Tom is texting me.
Is he really?
Are they piss ants?
He couldn't help himself.
I mean,
he's driving.
Bravo, Tom.
Imagine the restraint.
He is driving on the road, and he had to text us.
I bet he probably wanted to say the fugitive at some point. That probably.
Very funny, Tom. Very
ants?
funny.
I feel so bad for him.
What are you talking about, Willie?
The fugitive?
the fugitive.
That's right.
That scared the hell out of me.
Added a little more to that.
Are they piss ants? He texted.
He got in a car accident because he was trying to send that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he talked to text.
He's
I'm
been
sure he
listening.
didn't text. Of
How
course
much
he's listening.
head shaking do you think has been going on?
Can you believe what they're doing? Good Lord.
I didn't give her that dark side of the moon story.
People want to hear about McHale's Navy.
No, they want to hear about
The f***ing fugitive.
That is. Boy,
As the f***ing fugitive.
Oh my gosh, that's
man, that is too
Episode.
close.
That's so good.
Scientists have discovered sea spiders can regrow lost anuses and sex organs.
Now, wait a second.
sea spiders.
First off,
How do you lose your-
sea spiders?
And how do you lose your anus?
Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Yeah, where I've never heard of sea spiders
Do
before.
they don't mean crabs?
It says sea spiders, my friends.
Okay, I'm looking one up.
For the study, researchers amputated. Oh God!
Well, that's why
They
I'd give
amputated the
anything.
hind limbs and back ends of 23 sea spiders.
What are they the weird kids at camp when they find a daddy long leg? Leave these spiders alone.
No joke. 16 of the sea spiders regenerated at least one body part. 14 recovered their backsides.
they're very spindly.
Oh yeah, they
And
do
they
look
kinda
like daddy
look-
long
yeah.
legs. 90% of the spiders survived long term despite the amputations. Research was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences Journal.
These are aliens.
Yeah, those aren't supposed to be here. You know what that is? That's God's
You
mistake.
know what?
Right there.
I've changed my mind. We are not polluting the oceans enough.
Josh, you know how to lose your anus?
How?
Invest in cryptocurrency.
Very good. Very good.
That's from Tom as well.
Oh, what is he doing?
He's killing.
Josh lost his savings.
You know what? We might be onto something. Just put him in another room and have him text us.
The best jokes of the morning.
He is talk texting.
Holy hell. Yes, dictated,
boy.
dictated, not proofread.
Dictated, not proofread.
Of course.
Yes.
Is dictated spelled D-I-C-K?
No, spelled correctly.
Use dictate in a sentence. Willie. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Months after Jay Leno suffered those serious burns in that garage accident,
You ever smell? You ever smell flesh burning?
Leno 72 was knocked off a motorcycle January 17th by a wire strung across a parking lot, breaking 2 ribs, 2 kneecaps, and a collarbone.
What? What happened?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Jay Leno.
This guy, what a tough few months.
I know, right? And his show just got canceled by CNBC. No more Leno's Garage.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sad
Wait a minute.
about
He just
that.
got out of the hospital for the burns, and now he got...
January 17th, yeah. Leno said he went out for a test drive on a 1940 Indian motorcycle and apparently turned down a street because he recognized the smell of a gas leak, went into a parking lot that was unbeknownst to him and was attacked by the wire, apparently.
Good Lord.
Yeah. God love him.
Hey, Jay.
That's unfortunate.
Stay
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
Jay,
stay
maybe
inside.
You got enough money, just retire and drive your cool cars around.
He's such a nice dude, too. It's such a bummer that why couldn't this have happened to any...
Say it.
Insert your least favorite talk show host here.
Coming up, we'll have our history lesson.
Yeah.
Do you
heck
have that?
Yeah, somewhere.
Okay. And of
sure
course,
do.
we'll hear more wonderful delights. I do have some Bernie Taupin news. I'm sure you're interested in that.
The Bernie Taupin?
The Bernie Taupin, yeah.
All right.
You know what, guys? You're staring down the gun of St. Valentine's Day. It's just around the corner.
Ruh-roh.
You might get ready because you want to get this brand new gift from Steven Singer Jewelers. That's right. It's the brand new rose color for 2023. Meet Perry. It's the newest addition to the 24-karat gold-dipped rose family. Periwinkle. It's beautiful,
Some
real,
sort of blue, purple,
long stem American beauty rose.
I'll never understand.
Dipped around in pure.
Squid, I
walking more.
resembles a kangaroo of some
It does
sort.
not look like a kangaroo. It's absolutely gorgeous.
like
It's like a
Prince.
purple, blue, sparkly color between
No
lilac.
one's ever heard of it.
You're really selling this. Thanks. Your mother's going to love this, Josh.
will.
I know she loves the roses.
Sounds like an insult, though, at first.
Yeah,
This
your
color will
mom's going to like it, boy.
Take her breath away. away this Valentine's Day. Perfect addition to your collection. All of Stephen's roses are deeply and lavishly dipped in pure 24-karat gold. Go right now to IHateStevenSinger.com and get your Steven Singer 24-karat gold-dipped periwinkle rose. The new rose always sells out fast. Get yours before they're gone. Exclusively and only available at Steven Singer Jewelers. It's the #1 gift for Valentine's Day, and they start at just $59. Come with a free lifetime guarantee. Plus, with Steven Singer, you get fast and free shipping. Real jewelers, real roses, and 2-karat real gold for your real love. Only and exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Get on
That's IHateStevenSinger.com. You're running out of time.
You got to get your lady something for Valentine's Day.
That's right.
Bitches be wanting things.
That's not how we should be saying this.
What?
You can't say it like that, Josh.
Oh, I just thought everybody knew that bitches be wanting things.
Gosh. Well,
Christy?
guys don't want anything on Valentine's Day.
They're left alone. Yeah, they do, but they're too busy worrying about how bitches be wanting things.
Can't
triple down on it.
You know what?
What?
We'll be right back. David Jansen as
the fugitive.
That's exactly right. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Oh, my goodness. That's right. You two are brothers in arms.
Is Ace a member of the Army?
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, Ace, I didn't know you were in the Army.
How many Kiss shows you been to, Ace?
Around 300.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Oh, I just like them. I'm not nuts. Oh, my good Lord, Ace.
That's too many.
Oh, that's too many.
They're friends.
Even Peter Criss said that's too many. I'm out. Even the Catman said, give me a break. Where am I? All right, go ahead.
I'll tell you something off air now.
Oh, okay.
Have you been to more Kiss shows than members of the band?
I was sitting with Paul Stanley one time, and he goes, "You've been at more Kiss shows than the Ace." This was when Bruce was in the band.
Yeah, then the Ace, yeah.
Wow,
See?
Ace Frehley, that's amazing.
Paul Stanley and I had the same sense of humor.
You were in the Kiss Army when you were a kid, right?
I was. Well, listen, I'm AWOL. You know that. I couldn't hack it. I was willing to rock and roll all night. I was not willing to party every day.
Gotcha.
So I'm AWOL right now. There's a 57-year-old man just a kitty cat roaming the streets looking for me. I hear him calling. Can't come home right now. Come on, Ace knows that's Beth. If anybody in the house is going to enjoy that joke, it's Ace.
I love that.
I'm going to do a Psycho Circus reference in a minute into one guy's amusement.
Okay. Not there.
You don't think I'm going to bring up Carnival of Souls and have Ace enjoy my humor? Look at Ace! I finally found a guy I can make my stupid Kiss jokes with.
Aren't you?
These are crazy nights.
They sure are.
Aren't you like me every Veterans Day? You call Jimmy and wish him a happy Veterans Day?
I appreciate that call. I put my flag out there.
That's right.
I put my.
So you're now in the Kiss Army Reserve.
I am. Yeah, I only go in when necessary, which is not very often these days.
Do they still have the indoor football team?
No, the team, like a lot of teams that year, went belly up. But they were horrible. They were the LA Kiss, for a horrible name.
Yeah.
They were a horrible team.
Well, I want you to watch Tom's face on this, okay? You know, Tom, that Jimmy was a season ticket holder of the LA Kiss.
Wow. I'm the only one that really loved arena football. I went to a bunch of games.
My son Oliver and I really enjoyed it. But after a while, when your team always loses, you can't even have fun. There's a shout out loud again. Oh, they played deuce. Oh, they mixed it up, son. It's horrible.
It was an interesting TV show. Remember that?
The TV show was great.
Yeah.
TV show was great.
I didn't see the TV show.
It was a really good reality show. They did not. The editing was not as fake as other reality shows. It was pretty.
Even Gene and Paul admitted the team was bad.
Well, they had to. There was documented evidence of it.
I believe that's called scoreboard.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not subjective. Like, Dynasty's a bad album. No, it's not, Demon. You're right, Star Child. What does Space Ace think? Let's ask the cat. Don't forget the Yonk. He wrote some of the songs.
Now, did you know that the famous Kiss comic book?
Yeah, blood.
There was actually blood in the ink.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they said.
Well, there's photographs of them pricking their fingers.
They show them adding the blood to the ink.
Okay.
I have an original pressing.
You do?
Absolutely. So does Ace.
You still have that?
Yeah.
Now, is your young son interested in Kiss?
Boy, did I try. I took him to 2 concerts. He went to see Kiss twice. Once at 5. Turns out that's too young. And that was dumb. Boy, you want to feel like white trash. Bring your 5-year-old to a concert. Holy smokes. That was, and then get recognized. Are you to be part of it? I am not. No, I don't know who would bring their son to this show. That's an infant. Nobody should bring an infant to a show. Man, that was dumb. Then I took him again at 5.5. I thought that was enough time.
6 months is a long time.
6 months is a long time for a child, isn't it, chick?
Yeah, you mature quickly at that age.
Yeah, one was indoor, one was outdoor. I said, so let's see how the environment settles. Maybe that's what the problem was the first time. He fell asleep during the encore the second time. How do you do that at a rock and roll concert? That's how bored he was. But son, that guy spit and fired. Pass.
God, looks great. What do you think of mine?
He's invisible and insatiable.
Gee, Cindy, this bed sure feels lumpy. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
Come to Papa. You know you want it. Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates. Followed by the fast-paced action of pro basketball with a moral twist. Meet Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
We have worked together, my friends. We shared the ball with he who was open, and were blessed when 2 points were bestowed upon us. Now we must pray. Oh, merciful God above us.
It's Carl Goodman, Amish power forward, right after Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates. Thursday on ABC.
Ye be thar.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Now, we've got a couple of heads in here that have a lot of skin on them. One would be mine. The other would belong to Clint Howard, actor. Now, are you in every one of your brother Ron Howard's movies?
Oh, no. There's been a lot. Actually, the one that stopped the streak was, Ransom. And then I wasn't in Beautiful Mind, and I wasn't in any of the Da Vinci Code movies.
Did that hurt your feelings?
Can I say it pisses me off?
Yeah, of course you can.
Sure. Your honesty is wonderful and refreshing.
Yes. Joining us in the studio, comedian Mark Eubanks. Did you go to college down in...
I went to college in University of West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
I was a mountaineer.
Well, why would someone from Florida go to college in West Virginia?
Because you didn't have to be real smart to get into school there. Basically, showing up got you that piece of paper.
Oh. Valedictorian was a 2.0.
On the breathalyzer.
Hi, this is Augie Smith.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
You already said that.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, chick.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Chickster.
I'm Chick McGee. And time now for Today in History. Let's see. First of all, I know that Mozart was born today, but I'm not sure.
Really?
Year. Like, I'm going to say...
Long time ago.
Nope, I'm going to say like 1962.
Somewhere around there.
Mozart was born. Let's see. What else? Laverne and Shirley premiered on ABC on this day in 1976.
Wow. Were you a fan?
Lenny and Squiggy?
They were funny, right?
I love that, yeah.
I liked Laverne and Shirley.
I like the way they would say, nothing can be as bad as this. Hello! And they, Lenny and Squiggy would come in then.
Oh.
That would be their entrance line. John Lennon in 1970 recorded what song, Pat?
Instant Karma?
Nope, it was Instant Karma.
Get the brain on him.
Looks like Pat's going to get that.
Yeah.
In 1984, on this date, Michael Jackson burned on his scalp while filming that Pepsi commercial.
That's right.
Oh, I remember that.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember that?
Willie,
were you aware of that happening?
I do not know about that.
His hair caught on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, they had to put him out. They put Mike out! Stuff like that. On this day in 1991, Whitney Houston sang the Star-Spangled Banner.
Ah, the best version ever.
At Super Bowl 25, I think, with the Giants and the Bills. Let's see, what else? One of my favorite actors, James Cromwell.
He is good.
From Babe.
Pig?
Babe. The name of the movie is Babe.
But it was Pig.
He says that'll do, Pig.
That'll do, Pig.
Mm-hmm. It was also in 6 Feet Under, as Christy calls it, Burial. He was in Burial and Pig. You're right.
One of my ex-girlfriends, after we made love, she would look at me and go, that'll do, Pig.
That's romantic.
Oh, my God.
Movies like that.
Did you have another girlfriend who, after you were done, put up a spider web that said, that's some pig? Did that ever happen?
Yes.
That didn't really.
No, it didn't really
All
happen.
these things really happen.
She'd say one little piggy went to the market when you guys would go to the grocery store.
Oh.
One little piggy couldn't get me off.
I'm going to get text again.
My dad is practicing so much restraint right now by not FaceTiming in.
Well, hopefully he's walking through the parking lot, not listening.
Oh, you think he is? Russian novelist and short story writer Fyodor Dostoevsky died in St. Petersburg. He was stoned to death.
No,
Did you know that?
Why was he in Florida?
1881.
I don't know. Why was he in Florida?
He was waiting for Disney World to be built, and he heard it was going to be in St. Petersburg. Just overshot it by that. Time now for. Oh, somebody do something because I have to.
Things we learned.
Things we learned brought to you by Hyundai.
Yeah.
And you know, Hyundai has the Ioniq 5, Motor Trend's 2023 SUV of the year. When it comes to award-winning driving, we're thinking of you every mile at Hyundai. Thank you, Ace, very much.
Thank you.
Tom Griswold, grocery store heckler. Our listeners feel like the time has come to have that show regularly scheduled and to be on television.
I believe one of his lines was, you really think buying that, ma'am, will help you get out of the rascal?
Oh, no.
That's Tom Griswold's grocery store heckler.
Grocery store heckler. And... dear people, I love you guys. This is from Dave.
Hi, Dave.
I can't stop laughing at
The f***ing fugitive.
All right, that's going good. Sleep Number Bed, we talked about it. It don't sag, I said.
Nope.
That's right.
It don't.
It sure don't.
It stays firm. I don't know how important you guys think, but it's very important.
It is important.
Every mattress I ever had before would sag every damn time.
Yes.
Start sagging after a while.
And start to squeak. Not
Yes.
these.
Squeak.
No, squeak.
Sure, the
No.
springs and such.
You know,
Springs.
that'll do, pig. Right? Oh,
Yeah.
Pat Godwin fell down and went boom yesterday. Luckily, his elbow broke the impact.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
He says now he's okay, and he must be because he would have called in.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you're
Is your
fine.
elbow all
And
black
he's got
and
shows
blue?
tonight.
No, it's not bad at all.
Oh, good. Yeah, you'll be in Youngstown, right?
Yes, Youngstown, Ohio.
You're fine. That fall didn't affect you. Don't take a nap.
Ace Cosby has not had a haircut at a professional hair cutter in a few years. He has a wall clipper.
And scissors. And a mirror.
And scissors. And
All right. Everything you need.
It's a good system.
Christy brought up the term phantom bang flips.
What did I miss? That sounds
She asked your dad if he suffers from phantom bang flips.
You
What
know,
does that
he-
even mean?
Like he still feels hair on that mirror.
Oh, I thought you meant like getting really excited when you're having the, and then you do a backflip
Oh,
or
no,
something.
no. Like when your bangs are in your
Not
eyes.
those kind of
and-
bang flips.
That's a young man's game.
Ace made $20 for me. That's right, for taking the sticker off his hat finally.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
I'm glad I got more stickers.
And Dak Prescott has a new girlfriend. She's a 20-year-old LSU swimmer. So go and run with that for the rest of the day.
Okay.
We'll be back Monday, right?
Yeah.
Monday show?
Yeah. See
Okay,
ya.
good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.